whether I think it's the right call for the deck. Selena too, thanks so much for 7 months in a row. Appreciate it, man. All right, cool. Let's get started.
All right. Yeah. All right. So among these three, I think the animated armor is the best pick. I'm not sure about Jeeves. Mage usually doesn't have that small of a hand size for value out of it. And Cold Oracle, well, we don't want to give our opponents value in the arena.
I agree. I think for mages, the animated armor is the right pick. You could land with a particularly aggressive mage deck, and then Jeeves could be more useful, but that is not going to be the case most of the time. So yes, animated armor will be a decent-ish start. Not ideal, but we'll take it.
I'll take the Yeti, probably.
Yep, Mechanical Yeti will do. Great value, great tempo minion, just does what you want it to do. Yeah, like there is a little bit of delay like we spoke, but that's fine. We need to talk about picks anyway, so.
Yeah, right, no problem for now. I think the Medivh's Valet out of these three.
Simply the best card. It's a 2-drop, and it could double as a value card if we land a secret, so decent.
Yeah. So I'll go by process of elimination. I think it's not the Sentinel, so it's between the Farseer and the Illusionist. I like Illusionist way more in weapon classes, but I think it's still okay as a 3-drop in Mage.
Yeah, well, we're basically comparing a 3-mana 2/3 to a 3-mana 4/3, right? Like when it comes down to just removing the effect. So yeah, 3-mana 4/3. I will pick here over the others as well. Yeah, you're right that the effect is most likely not going to do anything.
All right, so Twilight Flamecaller is just an insane card against the board of 1 or 2 drops most of the time. So I'd pick that.
Yep, Flamecaller, great card. Good for value, good for stopping them from being aggressive. Just overall, fantastic card.
I'd take the 4-drop with 4 mana of stats, probably.
Most likely, I'm just quickly checking up here. We do already have a Mechanical Yeti, so there could be the potential of Gorilla Bot. Twilight Flamecaller has some decent brew value, so has Medivh's Valet. If we do land the secret, I'm okay with the Ancient Brewmaster for that reason.
All right, so among these. This is a tough pick. So I would be arguing between the 2 3-drops, probably.
The process that I would initially use for this pack is I see that the 2 3-drops do something pretty similar as in terms of tempo, right? One is a 3/1 Divine Shield, one is a 3/4. So I would try to pick one of those and then compare that to the Silverhand Knight. I feel like whenever two drops are in the same slot, I try to pick one of those, and then it's an easier decision, I feel, because they do a similar thing. So which one of the 3-drops would you prefer?
All right. Well, since it's Mage, I think it's the most important thing is stopping an early onslaught of enemies. So I'd pick the Scarlet Crusader, which is more likely to go 2 for 1.
I do like the Scarlet Crusader, yeah. I don't think it's necessarily more likely to go 2 for 1, simply because pings exist. Oh, 1 second. Looks like we dropped. Yeah, the screen share just dropped, but it's trying to reestablish, so let's give it a second. All right, we're back. Yeah, we're back.
Okay.
Just there seems to be some trouble with the connection, but we'll be fine. Alrighty, so yeah, I wouldn't say that the Crusader is necessarily more likely to go 2 for 1, simply as I think 3 health for Divine Shield in the early game is roughly the same. It is going to slow them down most of the time, a little bit more though, and we don't want to give our opponents a card, like you mentioned earlier with the Cold Light Oracle. So it's really coming down to that, so yeah. I'd pick a Crusader, yeah.
All right. Fireball. Just another great card.
Yeah, 1 second.
It's taking just drop again.
It's taking extremely long to load. Yeah, Fireball will do.
Alright. How many fours do you have? One.
Have we picked a Fireball or not yet?
So, yeah, we have.
Okay. I'll give it a moment. All right, we're back in.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Some problems with my upload, it seems. Is pick 9 already on your end or not?
Sorry?
Just 1 second. Let me restart the screen share.
Wait, let me throw you off the stream first then.
Yeah. So.
Oops. Yeah, 1 sec.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
All right. So.
All right, there we go. Yeah, sorry guys. Technical difficulties never fun for anyone. Pancake on head.
All right. So is this okay? Or still loading?
We're here. It's just that sometimes the cards just don't update instantly. And
okay.
Sometimes less than instantly, but it's okay. Like I said, we'll get through the draft, and then once I start spectating you, we should be fine, man.
Okay, so among these, I think the Wolf Rider is the best pick for mostly as just removal, probably.
I disagree. I think another Yeti will be better. I think we do have some 4s already, but Yeti is a great minion to also slow down your opponent. Because it does have great stats for its mana cost. 4 damage is enough to kill 3 drops, which is important.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Blood Knight, probably. I'd say. I'm not sure about the other.
Blood Knight will do. I like to work on the early game cards here if there's no crazy value card next to it. That's kind of my drafting style with Mage. I try to draft fairly responsibly when it's between like cards that have slightly more value, which allows me to then be greedy later on to pick Kabbalist Tome, which is almost only value, Echo of Medivh, Conjure. These kind of cards are pretty greedy, but if you've before in the draft have drafted more responsible for curve, you can afford to do those greedy picks later on.
All right, so on these, I think the Archmage is the pick.
Archmage will do. Not a great pick, but it's got spell power on it. It does things.
So my first instinct would say Frostbolt, but because we have the Medivh Zolay, I'm also considering Duplicate.
It's definitely worth consideration for the dupe, but I think the bolt is just too steady, too good, so I'd go with the Frostbolt here.
Yeah.
Because we do only have 1 2-drop. I don't want to get too wrecked in the early game.
Right. I'd go with a second 2-drop, and between these two, I'd take the Tidehunter, probably.
Yeah, Tidehunter looks good.
Alright, so I don't particularly like Hungry Dragon at this point in deck because I'm not sure we would be on board at that time to handle the 1-drop that will summon. So I would end up with the Jeweled Scarab, probably.
I think that's fine. I think it's a tough pick. I think Hungry Dragon would be okay for like turn 6, play Hungry Dragon, ping something, but I think Jeweled Scarab also has its merits. It can find Arcane Intellect, it can find Torch, we can brew it back with the Brewmaster.
So how many spells do you have? Fireball and Frostbolt for now. I'm honestly not sure. This is a very tough pick for me.
I agree. I think this is not an easy pack. So take your time and just feel free to think out loud. Let me know what you're considering.
All right, so if we have, as we do already, we have 1, 2, 4 drops already, then I would probably end up with a snowball. But since we already are pretty full on 4s, and this isn't a great 4 either way, then I am actually really considering drops.
There seems to be like even more trouble with. Sorry to interrupt you, but you're kind of breaking up mid sentence every time. It's like the audio is falling behind.
A bit troublesome.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll just let you know because I couldn't understand you at that point, but you're good now.
So. All right. So I'm concerned. If we didn't have as many 4s, I would consider the snowball, but I'd probably end up with the Frost Nova, given we already are pretty full on the 4 drop slot.
I agree. I would buy into the plan here of just picking as much stuff to not die, and Frost Nova gives you that kind of option. It's a negative value thing. It's also a negative tempo thing, but freezing the entire board can, be the difference between survival and not. So then we can pick those more greedy cards later on.
All right, in the spirit of survival, Fan Creeper probably.
I think that's fine. I think it's close between Venture Co because we do have some spells, and Venture Co can trade up a little bit better than Fan Creeper, quite a bit better. But I think that the risk of them not killing it is a little bit too high, so I think the Fan Creeper will do. Star, thanks so much for these 17 months in a row. JJ, thank you for the host. Did you host as well, Star? Yes, you did. Thanks so much, Star. Thanks so much for the host. Sorry, guys. Like I said, during coaching, it's a little bit more focused on just the draft. All right, sorry for that. Let's go back to the draft here. So, Fen Creeper, right? I think you dropped again for a second.
Yes.
Sorry, man. I think you dropped again for a second. Oh, you already picked the Fen Creeper. Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, it caught back up. It caught back up.
Excellent. So, if it weren't for the Flame Caller, I'd pick Arcane Explosion here. But I'm considering the Web Lord now.
You have quite a bit of battle cries. Not that many, but still enough for me not to default to it.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, all of our early cards are battle cries.
Yeah, it could get awkward. And honestly, Arcane Explosion is not bad. I think once again we do have Archmage. It does have spell power, a little bit of synergy there. Where we are just like the way how I'm looking at this draft right now is I'm just waiting for the value to kick in because we have an excellent setup to survive the early game. We are about to have 2 early AoEs, an early removal in Frostbolt, decent amount of early game minions, a really nice mid game with 2 Yetis as well. So now we're just waiting for Conjurer, Portal, Flame Strike, all those things. We just want those to come up right now.
More.
Yeah, I think we're experiencing... Sorry, guys. The connection seems to be extremely poor right now.
At least.
I assume we've picked Arcane Explosion again at this point, right? We even did some testing off stream, guys, and it was all good. It's just... You know how it is, right? Providers, and when they decide to spice it up a little bit. No. I mean, obviously they don't decide for it. That's a little short-sighted, but you know what I mean. Internet trouble is not enjoyable for anyone.
All right. Can you at least hear me?
Oh, 1 second. You stopped sharing. I can hear you again now, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, do you see I reshared it. Do you see it now?
Yeah, we're back.
Excellent. So the Sorcerer's Apprentice among these three.
Yeah, Apprentice Sorcerer looks fine. It's another early game card, but Rocketeer not good enough, I feel.
At this point, I would just pick the Shield Master and hope for some value in the last 10 picks.
Yep, absolutely. Pick Senge and look for value. We did no mistake drafting, by the way, so you don't have to feel bad about the draft. And there could still be some value coming in.
I'd pick the Flame Waker probably. Among the 3 drops, I would prefer the Flame Waker because of its 4 health at this point.
We have a particularly nice synergy here with 2 Mechanical Yetis giving us spare parts as well. So we have the Sorcerer's Apprentice spare part for 0 Flame Waker machine gun. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. Will I pick the Acolyte of Pain for Carjo in this situation?
Yeah, I think right now,
yes. Yeah.
The way how we've drafted allows us to pick the greediest, like we almost have to pick the greediest thing we can, which is Acolyte here, absolutely. If our curve wasn't looking good, we could go with Spiteful Smith, but we just need greed right now.
Right, Psychotron, I think, between the 5 drops.
I think we can afford to pick a Pit Fighter. I think a Pit Fighter will generally trade better than a Psychotron in most of the scenarios. It doesn't seem like we need to taunt with the curve we've got right now. So now I'm just looking for as beneficial trades as possible, because we are in danger of getting outvalued as a mage because this deck is packing low value. So I just want to make the best minions right now in terms of trading, not necessarily in terms of survival.
Wow. Well, I'd probably end up picking Zombie Chow because it's phenomenal 1-drop.
Yeah, I was about to say, because it's a 2-drop for 1 mana, right? Yeah, Zombie Chow for me as well. Excellent card. I think the only real consideration here is the Cleric, just because Cleric could be a little bit more value. But the tempo that Chow provides will translate into value as well, because you'll be able to trade into their 2-drop for free and stuff.
Alright, here I would... Alright, so let's start. I'm not picking another Frost now. I don't think we already have the tools to survive without it.
I agree.
So
second Frost Nova, not a good idea.
Yeah. The Aspirant probably.
Yep, just not a great pick here, but it's the most value out of these. It's gonna trade the best.
Okay.
Dear God, Blizzard, come on. Some value, some fatty, some card draw, anything. Well, come on, work with us.
Alright. Probably the Cleric for me.
Yeah, I'd like the Cleric as well. Cleric onto a Chow, for instance.
Oh, Raider. Finally something. Finally.
Yes, Valday Raider. Fatty, good value, win condition.
Another Fireball.
Yeah, another one of them fireball-y thingies. It's a pretty good win condition as well, throwing 13 damage in your opponent's face.
We don't need a Rifleman for a pink in the Mage, certainly. Second Shield Master.
Yeah, another Shield Master. Not fantastic, but once again, best card in the pack here, so we'll go with it.
Second Raider, probably. Although I would consider Stormwind.
We do also have 2 Mechanical Yetis. Mech Warper, not unplayable. Let's see, 1, 2. Because if you look at the amount of actual 2-drops, it's really not that high. We have Tidehunter, we have Valet and Apprentice. We have 3 2-drops. We just have a enormous spike in the 4 slot. Huh. This is interesting, right? Because at this point you try to ask yourself, what kind of a deck is this, right? And it turns out that it's a bit more of a tempo-based mage almost, right? Because there is nowhere near the amount of value to beat other mages. Like, we will not beat other mages on outcarding them. So against other mages, we will be the aggressor. Versus other classes, we can still outvalue people in the vast majority of the games. It's just, it might be a little scary if we start skipping turn 2. At the same time, not having late game is also scary, of course. Huh, tough call. It's definitely not Stormwind. I feel like if we want value, the Raider is slightly better. So it's between the Warper and the Raider for me. We've got 2 5-drops, 1 6-drop, and then the 7-drop with the Raider. Bunch of 4s. Flamecaller, Nova. Yeah, I think another Raider will be better. But yeah, close call. Very, very close call. Especially with the 2 Mech Yetis synergizing there.
Really? The Fallen Hero for me.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is actually kind of nice, right? Because Fallen Hero doubles as an early game card and as a value card. Because it's actually quite a good... Like, this card usually goes 2 for 1. Pinging something for free and then killing something itself. So I'm actually quite happy with this last pick. It makes us very pleased that we picked Raider last pick.
Yeah, I agree. It's much better than the other 2, and it's just the best card, probably.
Yeah. All right, so you can stay sharing the screen, you can keep sharing the screen for a little bit. I'll grab a screenshot. Can you scroll up to the beginning, please?
Just a second. I can launch the deck tracker for you.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, just a few seconds. If you could just take me off stream, I need to stop sharing.
Yeah, you're off stream. You're good.
Yeah.
So guys, not the highest value mage that you've ever seen, actually quite low, but this is actually not bad for a coaching session. I feel like, you know, whenever the draft throws you a curveball and you have to, this is when the draft, it comes more back to fundamentals in your gameplay, getting as many wins as possible out of this, rather than autopiloting a sick deck. Juke, thanks so much for these 17 months in a row. Appreciate that, man. Long ass time. Thank you. Same for you, Star. Just quite busy in the draft. Thanks so much for the sub 17 months and the host. All right, just share the screen whenever you are ready.
Yeah, just a few seconds. My deck tracker isn't cooperating.
All good, man. All good. All good. We have time. Just let me know when you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I forgot I still need to screenshot it. Yeah, whenever you're ready, just remove the Skype thing. We'll be good.
Yeah.
Actually, you are off stream. It doesn't matter. The Skype thing can stay. All right, man, you can stop sharing the screen and your connection will probably appreciate that.
Yeah, let's hope my download is better than my upload.
Yeah, honestly, it should really be fine. It might just be it. Alrighty, so Americas, right?
Yeah.
All right, you can add me there. That's Shady Money 2343, and then we can get started. So, what kind of a deck have we drafted here? Like, if you've drafted this on your own, like, what do you think is the win condition? How would you aim to play it in most of the games?
All right, so we really have very low value in this deck. So, So we certainly can't outvalue pretty much all the mages that we will face. So our goal against them will be to out-tempo them, especially with our mid-game spike with the high-quality force we've got. Against more aggressive classes, I'm really not sure. Probably just surviving the early turns and hoping to be in a position where our fireballs and our raiders can close off the game after a tussle in the early turns.
Yeah, I think indeed we really need to use this more tempo-oriented approach than most mages. There is still this kind of mage privilege that you have because you do have Flamecaller, you have Arcane Explosion, Frostbolt. These things still help you stabilize early, and you will still outvalue a lot of people just because you have good 4-drops and just because you have good hero power, right? Outvaluing warriors and stuff, warriors, priests, this will still be a thing. But it's good that you indeed see, like, if we are playing against mage, it will be a more difficult task. So we need to make sure we are ahead on the board. So I'm good to go whenever. You can queue up.
Yeah. Just a second.
Hello, friendly giant. All good, man. All good. So, guys, I will remind everyone that this is a coaching session. So, during coaching sessions, I will be interacting with the chat way less than I would normally do, just so that I want to give the client, the student, the full coaching experience rather than dividing my time. So, hope you guys understand that. And Water Emota has been so generous as to do the coaching session on stream, so you guys can benefit from that as well. So. Let's get started.
All right, tell me when you see the mulligan.
I'm in.
All right, so I'd throw it all. Nothing I want to keep for the early turns here.
Absolutely, yep. We do need to find that early game thing. Excellent. One could call this a curve.
So I'd probably still play the Biofen Titan. We need to contest the board.
Yep.
Even against Priest, I think.
No, I mean, especially against Priest. Once they get a hold on the board, it's very difficult pushing them off. Start to buff things and healing things. Not very good for us. Nice. It's a pretty big joust for us.
Great. So I'm looking at Cleric, the Ooze, and Trade, and Two-Face. That's what my first instinct would tell me.
Yeah, it's really the decision here whether we would like 2 2-1s or a 3-1 and a 1-1. In terms of trading with his next drop, a 3-1 might do slightly better. So if it's a 4 health minion, we can Fallen Hero ping, trade off the 2-1. If it's a 3 health minion, we can trade off a 3-1. I guess we could trade off a 2-1, a 3-2 as well. I think buffing the 1-1 is fine, yeah. I think it's a close call because having a 3-1 on the board would give you a slightly more beneficial trade into a 3-3 minion. I think we can still happily trade off our 3-2 and be in an okay position.
Fallen Hero Pink the Wolf looks very good to me, and trade off the Murloc and the Cleric into the Divine Shield.
It's probably what we're gonna do. I'm just exploring the alternatives. I don't like anything here, yeah. So yeah. Fallen Hero to ping the dog, and then indeed using him.
Yeah, just one thing I'd like to pause. If there's any certain positioning concerns, please do tell, because I'm awful at positioning.
I will let you know. The thing is, like, we don't really have anything in our deck that makes it matter. But on autopilot, I would indeed put it on the left. I put the high priority targets on the left. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, so far it's been a pretty straightforward game. He played things, we killed things. That's what we do. We do have Raider in the land already for late game, Acolyte for value, so not the worst thing that could happen.
Okay, I like this. The question I'm looking at is, do we develop the Raider this turn?
Well, our opponent just healed his face and passed. What could that indicate? I feel that indicates one of two things. Number one, he doesn't have shit, which means we win. Number two, he has AoE effects. Could be one of three things: an excavated evil, a holy nova, or a mind control tech. The first two are not so scary. The last one is kind of.
Yeah.
With that information, what would you like to do?
All right. So first things first, all of these go face.
All of these go face.
So, yeah, and with that information,
we have to play a Raider.
We have to play a Raider, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't think there's anything that we can do otherwise.
Yeah, like MCT, he does have the potential to steal your Raider, but if he has Holy Nova or Excavated Evil, you need to have something stuck on the board. Okay, excellent.
That's great. Yeah. So
good stuff. We will take
the first choice. Oh yeah.
The thing why I mentioned it is, like, if he doesn't have anything, you kind of win anyway, so it doesn't matter. So you want to play for the bad scenario, the scenario where he does AoE you.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'll continue.
It's kind of like when you've already won and the only thing that can beat you is Deathwing, is to play around Deathwing. People say, like, that's silly, why would you play around Deathwing? It's because it's the only thing that beats you. It's the same thing here. AoE beats you, so you play around AoE, whereas if you can't beat AoE anyway, you don't play around AoE. It's kind of the subtle difference there. But yeah, people like to they like to simplify everything. It's like, just tell me, do I play around AoE, yes or no? This is like, there is no answer. It depends on the situation. But yeah.
All right, just the Chow. Scarab is useless against Stroke.
1 second.
Yeah.
All right, just the Chow indeed. Looks good.
Just the Chow it is.
Yeah, Chow on 1. Not a bad play. We will take it. Incredible. Landing a 2-drop would be nice. Looks like we're getting backstabbed. Please don't skip our turn. We need something.
Pink face.
Yeah,
nothing else to do.
Alright, at least we have a very nice turn 3 potential Yeti, potential Brewmaster. Could maybe even play the Aspirant depending on what he does. Now this is the thing I mean with if you have a bad early game, as long as your mid game is really good, oh man, that's great for us. You can really get back on the board.
Scarab 1-3, I'll take it.
Oh,
and can attack with the weapon.
Burns the weapon as well.
Yeah.
Could indicate that he plans on. Ooh, could indicate that he plans on doing a redagger next turn.
I don't think I'm afraid of redagger Deadly Post on turn 4, to be honest.
No, could indicate a 2-drop and a dagger. It's more what I went. Like if he knows he's playing a 2-drop.
Yeah. So, given this, I'd start with the Brewmaster probably. Or the Flame Waker, I'm not sure about this. The coin is very good with the Flame Waker, but we will have to use a naked Flame Waker this turn. We can't burn the coin.
Yeah, I don't think we played a Flame Waker. I don't think that's very smart. I think that gives us less power. I would actually start by... yeah, I think coining out the Brew is fine. I think it's kind of scary for 2-drop Eviscerate, but he's got that 1/1 anyway. I think it's a tough call here, right? Because you're either going with Coin Yeti or Coin Brewmaster. If you coin the Yeti, you have a better chance of dealing with his card more efficiently and a lower chance of him killing you. Right, so that wouldn't have mattered. Which is fine.
Yeah. So I'm trading, yeah. There's no way I'm leaving a 6/4 alive this turn.
Well, we could either Frostbolt ping it or Fireball it as well, so I don't think a trade is automatic.
That's true. But because we have Flame Waker, I seem to value Frostbolt a bit higher, because this will do 4 damage instead of 2. If we play it next turn, let's say.
Man, my speakers are giving me a rough time right now. Technology is not working with this. That's cool. So the only thing on my mind is if we Frostbolt ping it here, we do clear his board, whereas with Yeti trade we don't. We also have 1 additional power, whereas with Yeti trade we have 4 only. So I actually like Frostbolt ping the Drake and then trade into the 1/1. I think that this also plays around Shadow Strike. We have our Panda damaged. I think it's a close call. It's like you say, Frostbolt is tempting with Flame Waker, but I'm looking at next turn and how we can deal with it a bit better. Huh, interesting.
What is it?
That could actually be Shadow Strike, and he just realized that he can't use it. It's the 3rd card from the left he was pointing. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Could be a Shiv as well, right?
Yeah.
It's Valiant's out, and it wouldn't have been comboed. Eviscerate seems weird because he could have comboed it. Alright. So, just let me know what you'd like to do here.
Alright, so I don't think we're trading. It's a trade he most likely will take, so I'm thinking 5 phase and the Pit Fighter.
Ooh, excuse me for that. Yeah, 5 phase and Pit Fighter seems great. I think that there's a chance that he shivs and daggers our guy, but I don't think we mind that. I think he then takes 10 to the face in total and has to use 4 mana to kill a 5/2. That's a-okay for us, no problem. Ooze. All right, does go for the trade here. Chat supports our decision of going face. Excellent. Chat knows the place. Good chat.
Work.
Correct chat. Alright, so first question, would you like to kill something on this board?
I think I would. Probably the... Well, no, if he had a mech in his hand, he would have used it, if it's 3 mana or less, so maybe something bigger. A mech Yeti is very possible, and quite a bit scary, so I think I'd kill the 2/2.
I agree, killing the 2 and 2 seems good.
With the Pit Fighter, correct?
With the Pit Fighter, yeah.
Okay, and as far as everything else goes, it's either Aspirant Pink or Archmage. Archmage develops 1 spell power and the bigger stat, so
I'm fine with Archmage. The spell power is not really an argument because the Aspirant would have spell power as well. but
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
that he's probably trading this off anyway, so I think the ping allocated into the fork would be a waste. We'll see whether he has the Shadow Strike or the Fan. Was a sap, okay, so was thinking about a sap.
Okay.
Oh my! Alright, but he leaves the 5-4 up, so that's really not a problem.
Yeah. Once again, difficult turn. So, by the way, last turn, I was arguing that it develops one spell. Both these develop one spell power, and Archmage just does more steps.
Ah, okay, okay. I thought you said it does develop a spell power. No, it also develops a spell power. No worries, man.
So, trade pink, and I have 5 mana left. So if I trade, then I'm developing a Mech Yeti. He trades his board into it, or the fork and a weapon charge. If I do the fireball play, yeah, just talk me through it. I'm not sure.
Let's play Flamewaker and just fireball the 6/6 and see where the pings fall. We could get extremely lucky. I think you're still just hitting him for 5 phase.
Okay. No, Smork.
Good Flamewaker. So you can trade and ping instead of using your fireball, but your fireball is pretty much on the spot there, right? It just makes sense to fireball a 6/6, right? It does what it was supposed to do. It killed a 6 health minion. And it allowed us to go 5 face. So it's almost like if you fireball something and your minion gets to go face, it's like you fireball both the minion and the face. Because if you would have traded, you wouldn't have done any face damage. So, yep.
Yeah, I see. So here, well, we are valuing we have card advantage at him quite a bit.
We do have card advantage, yes.
I'm thinking it's not scare.
No.
We don't need it
right now. No scare.
So first thing I considered was Mech Yeti, but then we can't clear anything on his board. I'm also considering Archmage hero power trade into the Spellbreaker, which would leave us with a 4/7 against the 3/5. That's quite bad. Yeah, once again, troublesome. I'm not sure. Yeah,
we'll go with the Tide Hunter and the Yeti, and then we'll ping the 4/3. We'll put Tide Hunter, we'll put the Yeti on the right-hand side, and we ping trade. So I agree. I think you're doing a good job analyzing it. So what I would do is I would try to narrow down the amount of plays you consider slightly, for now at least. This is going to give you an easier time going through your turn. So try to look at maybe 2 things that seem good and decide between those rather than looking at all possibilities. Yeah, you'll miss something from time to time, but you'll be able to execute the decision between those 2 plays a little bit easier. So what made me go for the spread play here? It just seemed like it was better to spread out rather than to play one big minion that could once again get sapped or assassinated, and then we wouldn't have had anything on the board.
You see, that's my problem. I'm good at enumerating the plays, but I'm pretty terrible at evaluating all of them.
Yeah, so we're just going to cut that decision and we're going to make it a little bit easier. So,
okay, so
what's his remaining card in his hand, by the way?
I have no idea.
It's a fork, so we don't have to play around anything.
That's the fork. So
in spirit of what I just said, what do you think is a better line here?
Yeah, as always, having trouble.
It's okay, it's okay. Play the Apprentice, the Dalaran Aspirant, and play the Yeti, and then kill his Trog. Put the Aspirant in the middle, excellent. So what we're doing here is we could have played Archmage, ping the 3/5, and go from there, and just play, have 1 dude on the board this turn. Or we could play 2 dudes and take a slightly less value-oriented trade. Because we do have the value on him, we just want to slow the game down on his side. We don't want to give him an out to just suddenly start going face. We want to keep the game under our control. So playing multiple minions, it will become a lot harder for our opponent to spread out and go face. Whereas if you play 1 big minion, He could have taunt, he could have removal, he could have freeze, he could have a lot of things, right?
Yeah. I see that. Hello?
Sorry?
Yeah, you just cut out for a second.
Oh, okay. I think my connection's fine. Might be fluctuating a little bit, but... Alright, you got a water elemental. Slightly awkward.
I'm actually considering Frost Nova Raider Pinkish Face. Then he'll be at 15, we'll have 7 plus a 6/6, that'll turn to 8/8. So he needs to deal with the Raider on that turn. Just giving him one turn to deal with it when he couldn't deal with the sport, I think that's okay.
I think the things that we almost always will do is we will play Raider on the right-hand side, we will play Frost Nova, and we will go face with our minions. And then we can consider whether the ping on a minion makes more sense, should he somehow have a way out of this. Let's think about it. If we ping his face, he goes to 8. If we ping it again, he goes to 7. That's significant. That would put 2-turn lethal, even with removal on the Raider. So I think ping face is correct here. Okay. But if ping face wouldn't have mattered, I would have considered allocating it to a minion. GG.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, can you give me a minute? I'll go make another cup of tea and come back.
Yeah, go for it, man. Want you nice and fresh here. So good. All right, guys, we got a couple minutes. What's going on in the chat? So yeah, that game I feel was just fairly controlled, but it could have gotten out of hand should we have been greedy, right? There was a moment where we could have been greedy for our Frostbolt, where we could have just traded and developed Yeti. Would have given us a worse board, would have not killed off his 1/1. There was a point where we could have not fireballed his Edwin, which once again could have slowed down our development. So from what I can already tell, I feel like the student has difficulty assigning when removal is good, which is very difficult. A lot of people struggle with this. Knowing when removal is just right, not too fast, not too late, that is a difficult part of the game, but it's more through instinct and through analyzing boards you'll get there. Because the difference between both boards was just quite big. Tonic Bumpkin, thanks so much for the 2 months in a row. Appreciate that, Tonic. Yesterday, I played Historian into Malygos, then Shrek'd someone with a 6 damage targeting. I actually caught the screenshot, Zeru. Actually caught it. Dirty Mage player. I knew it, man. You were not a priest. It's okay. Alright. Shady, I just got 2 12-in runs in a row. I love that feel, man. I love that feel. So good. Shady, you have fun this weekend? Yeah, it was exhausting, but it was fun. Very fun. Whew. All right. Hey, we don't differentiate here between prime subs and classic subs. That's how I'm gonna name them from here. I'm gonna call them classic subs.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. I was just explaining. You're okay to queue, by the way. I was just explaining to the stream that at one point I already find here, and once again I'll be uploading this to both Twitch and YouTube as a highlight, so you'll be able to rewatch this instead of having to take notes now. One thing that I already found is that a big problem I feel in your play, or rather more a weakness, is not knowing when to use your removal. Because it was twice in that game that you were like, you wanted to save your Frostbolt, you wanted to save your Fireball. Whereas there were just perfect moments to use them, to not fall behind on the board. So that could have potentially lost us the game, slowing down there, not removing, and then he removes on our part. That could have been dangerous. So this is... I
certainly feel that on my own I would have lost that game, certainly.
Well, not certainly, right? He did some weird decisions on his part, the fan and stuff.
Not certainly. Probably likely. I'll leave it at that. All right, so the Chow stays, the Raider goes. I'm arguing for the Illusionist. How many 3s do you have? We only have 2 3s, 3 3s, so
So we
it
have
keep
Blood
the
Knight,
illusions probably.
Flamewaker, Crusader, Shattered Sun, and Violet Illusionist. So
No,
that's 5 in my book, and I think Twilight
that's
Flame Call is
5, yeah.
also playable. That doesn't mean we have to throw it, right? We're definitely throwing the Raider, we're
Yeah.
definitely keeping Chow. I think it's actually okay to keep Illusionist. I think that with a Chow in hand, we're probably okay having to hero power turn 2, and maybe he gives us something to ping. And oh, wow. Yeah, never mind.
Wow,
We're good.
that's great. All right, this is straightforward for now.
Yeah. We play the Chow on 1.
Okay, so it's either just the Fallen Hero and trades. I don't want his 1-drop to deal with the Fallen Hero. Or ping and two-face. I think Chow is more of a board control tool, so I trade and play the hero.
I don't think that would be bad. But looking at our curve, it could very well be that turn 4 is Fallen Hero ping. We do have massive amounts of 4-drops in our deck, right? So it's very unlikely. But I think that if he gives us a good use for our hero power here, I'm okay taking it just because we have the Chow, right? So I think pinging his guy going two-face is okay. The thing is that our deck isn't super value. If our deck was massive value, I'd be okay throwing out the hero and just say, as long as we don't die in the early game, we're going to beat this guy. But that's not our deck. Our deck could actually run out of resources at some point. So I think that holding back the hero is actually not a bad idea. Well, here's one of our many 4-drops.
Alright, so Illusionist two-face?
Illusionist two-face, yeah. Should he take the option to hero power here and kill our Chow, we do have the option now to return kill with Fallen Hero, which is something we did say that could be a possibility on turn 4. So we've left that open for us. Because from his point of view, if he daggers here, it's pretty good. Because there's no visible way for us to kill off the 2/2 without using the 4/3, and he could stab it again next turn. But little does he know.
Okay. Fallen Hero or Frostbolt.
So if it's between Fallen Hero ping or Frostbolt, ping is always the play.
Ping is the play.
We could also Sen'jin and protect.
We will still use.
Like something we could also do is Sen'jin and protect. Like we could free kill and then Sen'jin. So against what would that be weak if we free kill and Sen'jin?
Sign of Knives or the strike that deals 5 damage to an undamaged minion.
Yeah, I think Fallen Hero ping is fine because I would fear Shadow Strike on the Sen'jin and then stab the 4/1. That would be rather nasty. Yeah, but it's good to think about these things, right? What's the punish for each play? This is punished by Buccaneer, Poison, random 2 damage, Argent Horse Rider, these kind of things. Whereas the Sen'jin play is punished by Sap, Eviscerate, Shadow Strike, anything to get rid of Sen'jin that turn. Looks like it might be an Eviscerate. No. Lance Carrier. No problem.
Excellent.
I guess he's considering stabbing the Fallen Hero preemptively here.
Yeah.
Alright, while our opponent's roping anyway. Guys, I'm going to repeat. I see some people are making comments or asking questions. It's not that I want to ignore you, not whatsoever, but I'm doing a coaching session, so I do want to put most of my attention, if not all, on the students. So if you guys have any questions and stuff, if there's a little downtime, I don't mind answering that, but generally after the coaching session, I'll be fully available.
Right, so I think that this is the prime time to Frostbolt the Amani, ping the Lance Carrier, and go 7 face.
So that would not be bad. Alternatively, we could let go of either of our minions and play Senjin. So now we need to compare a little bit of tempo. So play number one would be Frostbolt Ping, we jam 7 phase. That is a pretty good argument to go with a Frostbolt Ping. The other line actually gives us a better board because we develop a 3-5 and we'd get rid of a 3-2. But we would lose the option of getting the 2 damage ping from the Fallen Hero. So I think when you compare the plays to each other, it's actually quite close. But I would favor the Frostbolt play just because we already have Fireball in the hand and connecting for 7 phase does look very juicy.
Just a second. If we were to use Senjin, we could kill the Landscare. Is that correct?
No, we'd free kill it with the 4-3. But we'll bolt his 4-3.
All right.
So there would be no damage phase with that line, which I wouldn't like too much. I think this gives us a nice aggressive option. But there would be phase. Yeah, you got it. There would be more tempo with this engine line, but no phase damage. And phase damage is also a value, I feel. Especially with Fireball in the hand, the game can go out of control very fast. Ooh.
Well. If we use Fireball here, then this will result in 9 damage phase, leaving him at 6. I would think that's an argument to use the Fireball here, or just second.
Well,
7, 9.
What's your maximum damage output?
Yeah, that's lethal.
Okay, you got there.
That's lethal.
Yeah,
it was just.
Yeah, I always like to give people a little bit more time. But yeah, you are right. In the event that it would not have been lethal, I think using Fireball to remove the minion would be fine.
Yeah, I just saw the 6 health and I just focused on that.
Yeah, it does seem nice, right? But killing someone is even better.
Okay. All right. Let's continue.
Yep, all good. As Danger, thanks so much for the 9 months in a row. Awesome. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Killing someone is even better. Shady Bunny. If the face plays spiteful, we still go face.
I would honestly consider throwing it all. Maybe keep 1-3.
I think throwing it all here is justified, yeah. I think last time we kept it 3, we had a chow. I think this is an argument for throwing all.
Not a great curve.
Nope, not the 2-drop we were looking for. But it's better than nothing.
Yep.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Oh dear God. Babbling book?
Yep.
No, oh my God. The full wreckage. The full wreckage is here.
Alright, so I think we have to Scarab to search for something, even if that would give him dagger value.
So the problem I have with Scarab is that I could see him take the free kill with the 2-3 or the dagger, and then when it's turn 3, you play your Illusionist, and he's got that 1-1 to assist the 2-2 into killing your guy. So if we ping the 1-1, we could actually somehow make it awkward for him to kill the Illusionist, should he not, have a 3-2 here. If he just adds a River Croc, it could actually be good for us. So I think pinging the 1-1 makes more sense than playing Scarab this turn. But yeah, we are on the defense. Opponent is going full ham. So yeah, now we're just hoping it's not a Bloodfen Raptor type minion. No 3/2.
Oh my god. Well, it's at least it's not a raptor. All right. I think we just have to throw the illusions into the grinder at this point. I don't think there's
I agree.
anything to be gained by letting him free kill both parts of the Tidehunter.
Yeah, I mean, your only other option here is to ping the 3/2 and ping it again next turn, and that's just nuts faster than playing the 4/3, so I agree. Throw in the 4/3.
Okay, so now finally Senjin does answer nicely into his board, although he can kill it with both his minions.
Yep, I agree. We throw in the Senjin here, and then, you know, at this point you just feel like you're throwing stuff at him to slow him down. If your opponent starts out with developing 3 power and 4 health on turn 1, that's, you know, it's pretty good. So from that point on, and he hasn't missed a beat, right? He's played a 2/1s on 1, a 2/1/2, a 3/3. He could go with the fork here. This is great. This is great. This is a very slow turn. It's still good because he was so far ahead, but this gives us a little bit of hope that we could stabilize.
Okay, so now I'm considering Tidehunter Flamewaker. I'm not sure it's the correct play.
It's the highest tempo play. Once again, we just throw stuff at him and hope he slows down. Still have the Frost Nova. Flamewaker would go on the right here to have the 1.
Yeah.
I mean, it's close because if he hits the 1/1, actually here the 2/1 in the middle may have been okay, but then you open up the 2/3 killing the Waker. Yeah, it's fine. All right.
Yeah.
Going into the Waker, are we now? Okay.
Interesting.
He does fear the Waker. I think through his own fault, he's actually given us a chance to catch up. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, so we killed the Blade the Cultist and the Blade Master with both our minions in the pink and play the Yeti.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah. I think it's these little subtle things that our opponent did. Playing the fork on 3 was okay, but then equipping the fork on 4, questionable decision. Now trading into the Flamewaker, setting up better trades for us. Once again, just doesn't really seem like it was a smart idea.
Okay. So first things first, it's not the Raider. He can he kill it actually if we trade the 2/4? It's a 6/6, he has 5 power on the board, so he will need something out of hand to kill it.
Well, I mean, there is also the option of pinging his Yeti and killing his Yeti, right? That would leave him with 3 power on the board.
3 power. Yeah. That's better.
That seems reasonable.
If this let, yeah.
So let's do that. Raider, ping his Yeti, kill the Yeti.
Okay. Plus stack.
I mean, yeah, he gets to kill our Yeti, but that's just an equal trade. Hero power and a Yeti for hero power and a Yeti.
Oh my god. What?
Free spare parts, yeah.
So now I'm happy to have the Arcane Explosion against the Sylvan. And the Twilight Flame core to go with it. So I'm thinking, is this the Archmage turn? It has 7 health. It trades into the Illidan with a ping. We still have 2 AoE effects to deal with the onslaught of flames he could summon next turn. Yeah, I think that's the play.
So,
we need to ping to bring
I'm just going
the
to go over
Raider
this
out
turn
range.
because I think this turn is very difficult to do properly. I think here the right play here is to play the Twilight Flamecaller, play Frost Nova, and ping the Illidan. I think this gives you the option to next turn get rid of Illidan with your Flamecaller. I think it's a difficult call to make as well, because developing Archmage could be cool and all, but I think Frost Novaing here does give you that little bit of protection.
Yeah, I see that the Raider's protected at least. Does the...
Lorinda, thanks so much for these 16 months. Sorry, man. Tough turns.
Yeah,
Alright, so I'm just going to take over. Sorry, because it's going to
be
difficult again. We're going to play Scarab. Go from there.
Okay.
Counterspell.
Counterspell, okay.
Play Arcane Explosion. Play Fallen Hero. Hero Power the Illidan. Trade into the Watchman with the 2/2. Play Whirling Blades, 11 face. Excellent. Alright, so these are the kind of turns that we'll actually use a recording for. So I'll share my screen with you after this game, because this game is way too difficult to play in 70 seconds a turn, because there's been 2 really nice turns. But these are great, because I can just go over them and pause, and we can explain all the board states. But essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to apply so much pressure to him that we can win. So because it seems difficult to win the long game versus this person. So I think that's why picking Counterspell is also a good idea, so we can actually set up a board where, you know, we have one big threat, in this case the Raider, and he can't get through it. Oh dear.
Oh my god. Oh. Really? So Archmage, Apprentice, Counterspell?
So our opponent is on 9 health. This is something we need to keep track of, right? Yeah. So Archmage is 4, Whirling Blades is 5, Ping is 6. So we have 6 damage next turn. There's no way we can get there. I agree with playing Archmage. That just has to happen. We have the mana, so we'll get him down.
Yeah.
If you play Apprentice, he will use the 3/4 to kill it. Sorry, the 3/6. But it does slow him down. We don't get to ping the 1/1. Does he ever dagger here to take the damage? He has spare parts too, doesn't he? Yeah. He's used 1 at least. He's got 1 more.
He has 1 spare part in his hand.
So I think it's actually fine to play Apprentice and ping the 1/1.
Okay.
I think we bait out his spare part first, and then we go with the Counterspell.
Yeah.
Good to see you, by the way, Lorinda. Good to have you, man. Alright, spare part has been baited.
Okay. Do we ping our own Acolyte?
So if our Archmage trades with that, it's on 4. 4 means that the 2 little guys kill it. The problem I have with pinging on Acolyte is we might slow down to the point where he gets to recover quite well. Yeah. So I think we have to Whirling Blades our guy, play Counterspell, ping his guy and kill it. But it's a tough decision to make. And I wouldn't play Acolyte, I would keep it to get at least 2 draws out of it next turn. Yeah, our opponent's given us tremendous difficulty because he started so fast. He kind of put us in a position where we were forced to reply in a certain way. This might also make him a little paranoid because he's worried about effigy or mirror entity. Effigy or duplicate, which would be kind of nasty. Come on, just a big spell. No. He does get an excellent buff. He should have actually led with Huckster, trading in first before he did that. He could have gotten an additional thing. All right, counter the secret.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Not the worst one. Not the worst one.
That's great. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're always starting by pinging the Acolyte.
Yeah, ping the Acolyte to get an extra card. Looks good.
Yeah. Pit Fighter or Shield Master.
So let's analyze what he does with both. If we play Senjin, he kills it with the Chugger and the 2/2, and then free kills the 1/2 probably. If we play Pit Fighter, I don't think he will chance the Pit Fighter connecting face, so it might result in the 4/4 and the 2/2 trading, or the 3/4 freezing it, which I think both are kind of desirable, so I would lead with Pit Fighter here. But pretty tough decision once again. Because your Acolyte is not making it to the turn no matter what. He can kill it every time. So I feel like we start out with the strongest minion here. Hope that we force the Chugger to suicide. Yeah, then we're at least rid of that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually quite kind of nice.
Okay.
Oh no.
That's not...
Never lucky.
Oh my god. Yeah, we're not playing that. I'm pretty sure of that. So, Shield Master, Cleric the Senjin, and Pink Face, I think. I'm not sure at this moment.
If he sees what's up, then we're dead. So I like we are actually dead on board if we play out. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna confuse him by playing the zombie Chow. You can play the Chow, and we're gonna try and bait him into killing the Chow. Yeah, and then you just drop the Senjin on the left, shatter it, stun the Senjin, doesn't really matter where that goes.
Yeah, of course.
And then I'd like ping the face, and we'll just hope he misses the lethal here.
Yeah, of course. I'm really missed it, but I don't think it really matters at this point.
Mountain Dew for breakfast. Thanks so much for subbing. Welcome. Oh, you missed it. You missed it, I think.
Wow. Yeah. Great.
Oh, no. Is he BMing? No. Yeah, he still has it. He still has it.
Yeah.
He had missed it if he didn't have the Wolf Rider. Why would you deal with Taunt the most efficient way? Yeah, you know, I mean, super rough game, right? Opponents started out very, very fast. But these are little mind games that you could do, right? Is like, normally you'd never play Chow at this point, and if you play Chow, your opponent might just be like, oh my god, what a retard, he played the Chow, I'm gonna kill the Chow. And then somehow you can survive that and find it out. But yeah, little tricks there. All right, I'm gonna take 1 second.
I don't think we're...
Go ahead.
The thing is, I don't think we're winning, even if he misses the lethal and he kills the Chow.
But I mean,
really don't see any way to win then.
Not being dead gives you more chance to win than being dead, right? I don't know. You're a mage, right? We could have something crazy happen. All right, I'm gonna take 1 second, quickly go to the bathroom, and then we will continue. Here we are again. Let's go. So yeah, I mean, super rough game regardless. Very nice start by him, and he did have basically our swing turn was a turn where we did end up going for that big Valdir Raider. Oh right, you're still here by the way, aren't you not? Are you taking a break? All right, yes, I am talking to myself. Excellent. All right, but no, this is good, guys. Now I can actually set up the. We were gonna discuss those turns. I almost forgot. This gives me some time to set up the recording. Yeah, now I have some more time. Lorinda, man, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you, my friend. All right, let us find the turns in question.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back. I'm gonna share my screen with you. I said that we were going to go over our those particular plays.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, let me get to the turn in question. There were two that were rather difficult, right? This was one of them. I think the one before this with the freeze as well. All right, cool. Dun, dun, dun. There was one in that. All right, so you see my screen, right?
No, I do not.
You should. Is it just loading or what?
Yeah, now I do see it.
You do see it? Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
So, looking at the board here, do you remember what your play would have been, or rather, if you look at the cards now, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Archmage paying the Elden. That's the first thing that came to mind now, and if I remember correctly, that's the play I would have made then.
So Archmage and ping the 2/1 here. All right. So the thing with that is that we do open up our Raider to die. At the very least, the Illidan can kill it, right? With either his face or the 2/4, probably is the 2/4. Whereas if we go with the AoE line, so essentially what I was trying to do was trying to bait him in creating more flames now that he did see that our AoE came out. So by using the Nova, the Twilight, and the Ping, we put him in a position where he's like, oh, Twilight Flamecaller has been used. I can just play a couple more cards, get more spawns from that. So we did have the Arcane Explosion as well, because for some reason people drop, I mean, not for some reason, it's kind of justified. If you see a certain type of card, it's probably less likely to have another type of card. But it would have been a nice bait saying like, oh, hey, the Flamecaller is gone. You can spread, right? You can make a bunch of flames. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. I think he went for just one only. But that's still okay. We got there in the end with the decent line making our big guy. It's just the dinosaur was a little bit awkward, honestly. It's not a very common card. Because anything of lesser size we could have dealt with fairly well. All right, so let's have a look at this. So once again here, this particular board, I'm just going to explain what I was thinking as well, right? So I'm thinking if I can create a big raider with only his dinosaur alive, I give myself the option to perhaps just winning because the dinosaur can't trade into it, right? If he is out of removal, you can just win on the spot because you'll hit him for 11 and that's 2-turn lethal. The alternative line you could do here is trade, obviously, but I don't think that applies nearly enough pressure. I could also scarab to see what we get first. I think that's what we did, but it wasn't anything that changed our minds. And then just the hero play and trade.
We played the scarab at the start.
Yeah, we played the scarab at the start. I'll let the play go on. So here, this did allow us to have. I feel like you essentially have one question here. Do you play Archmage? Yes or no? And I think that Archmage gives him an easier time replying to our board than the spread does. Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I like to go back to these positions because I don't like to just make the play. I think that's.
Well, no, that's what I came here for, to explain, to understand this. Because, yeah, I certainly wouldn't have made even close to any kind of plays that even gave us a chance of winning in that game, to be honest. So, well, all right, let's continue on to the next game.
Yeah, but those games are good because you can't forget that our deck, in the end, is rather plain, right? We do not have the fancy mage deck with portals and flame strikes and stuff. We have a decent-ish curve and then 2 fireballs to cheese our way through victory. That's what we have. That's what we work with. Still pretty good because we're mage, but in terms of mage, it's not that great. So it's funny that mage has their own kind of scale of how good a deck is.
I would throw it all.
I agree. Throwing it all, looking for something to play on turn 2. All right, pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Anything with a Chow on 1 seems to be pretty good. Keep the fireballs, yeah, good play.
Yeah.
Yep, Chow on 1's okay. Whenever we have multiple options for turn 1, though, it's always good to give it a pause. Like, there could be something weird where Coining Apprentice allows us to play Bolt and Spawn next turn, for instance.
Of course.
But it's fine. We can still play Apprentice, Coin Bolt here if you want to. Nope.
No. Would I coin the Scarlet for Apprentice Bolt next turn?
I would coin the Scarlet as well here, yeah. This puts us in a position where we can Sorceress Coin Bolt, or rather just Sorceress Bolt. 420 viewers seems a bit high. Oh, you guys. You guys. Sure.
Okay. I'm thinking Apprentice, Frostbolt phase. And the only thing left to consider is whether I would trade the Scarlet into the 1/3.
Oh, you would bolt his face?
Yes.
Or...
Yeah.
I mean, the weapon's gonna, unfreeze at some
Yeah,
point, right?
Yeah, I see. So, alright, so here, well, yeah, the Divine Shield is probably more valuable than freezing his weapon for 1 more turn in this situation.
It's not a very pretty play to make. But I think it's just Apprentice and then bolt the 1/3 and go 3 phase.
Yeah.
It's pretty disgusting seeing as the weapon's gonna go 2 for 1 and Acolyte's gonna do a pretty decent job. But we've got our own Acolyte, we've got Senjin to block off his next turn. Yeah, he's definitely in a good value position. It's might be world first warrior outvaluing mage. Definitely got the start for it. He's got a decent Acolyte there and a pretty premium Morax.
And here the problems start. So for mana efficiency, the only two possible plays are the Ascension or the Brewmaster this turn, I think, because otherwise our next turns are a mess.
Yeah, so and between those two, there's only one real play, right?
Yeah, Shieldmaster and... yeah.
Yeah, Ascension, and I would... So there is an argument for trading into this, simply because if he has a ghoul, it's actually better if it's a 2-1. Going face is obviously also a nice line. I think it's actually okay to... we can ping next turn. I'd go face. If he's got a ghoul, let him play ghoul on 5. That's fine.
Okay.
I think that we are in the aggro spot here, so we should play accordingly. Trading into this guy doesn't reduce power, it doesn't remove execute, it doesn't remove many things. It doesn't remove a mech either, because the 2-1's also a mech. I think you're just missing 3 phase. It's really for Ravaging Ghoul that a 2-1 would have to trade. Wow, that's a great start. If he makes that trade, then we're very happy we went face. Okay. Pretty happy Twilight Flame Caller.
Flame Caller value. Yeah. Twilight in the middle, probably pink face, all face.
Yep, seems very good. Mage minions doing mage things. Alright. I mean, he was going to have something for that play to be a consideration, so but that's okay.
Archmage deals with this board quite nicely. In that case, I think that 3-1 into the 3-3 to face Archmage.
I think here you're actually fine going 2-face, 3-1 into the 3-3, and then brew back the Flame Caller. And then we can decide where we ping.
Okay, so 3-1 into the Ghoul.
3-1 into the Ghoul, the 2-1 into his face, and then Panda the 2-1, and then see where it makes sense to ping.
Okay.
Have we played the Panda, or is the thing lagging on me?
Yeah, we have.
Lagging a little bit.
Ping.
I think pinging his face will do. I don't think we have to ping the Sapper.
I agree.
I think recycling a little bit of value here is totally fine. Because it's tempting to go for the tempo play, but I think the value line here will do. Good job, funnel cakes. That's perfectly fine.
Right.
So what's your initial instinct here?
Well, because it's 7 mana, I'm considering the Raider first, but it doesn't seem too good. He needs 1 damage to clear the Raider and 1 damage to clear the Panda in this situation. So I'm not sure that's the line. I'm not going for the Acolyte play to draw. So animate armor. Twilight Flame Caller is also... yeah, none of the plays seem particularly good, so I'd probably end up just Raider ping his face and trade the 5-4 into the 3-5.
5-4 into 3-5, Raider ping his face. Yeah, I think it's totally fine. I think that you make him have something, and even if he has a ghoul, he's still going to end up trading his entire board into the 5, to the 6-5. So if he doesn't have a ghoul, yeah, I mean he's in deep shit. So once again, you could ping a minion here, but I guess here pinging a 3-3 is justifiable because you can ping it again next turn and Flame Caller. That's definitely been overlooked. Yeah, looks like that may bite us in the ass. Well, I mean, it's really not that bad because you still have a free kills.
Okay. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, pinning the 3/3 would have been good on this board. So I'm thinking cleric, 5/5 and 4/3, flame collar, and probably a Zubat. Really, I'm disregarding the leftmost 3 cards though.
I think you can make a slightly slower play right now because we have higher health. I think here just playing Archmage, pinging the boar, and then killing the 2/3 is fine.
The 2/3 over the 3/3.
I guess we can kill the 3/3. I was afraid of him pinging it with another thing, but he kind of showed he didn't have it right. Yeah, we can kill the 3/3.
Yeah.
So this is the more slow controlled play where you just say like, hey, here's my Archmage. He's gonna start killing your things. And here we're just abusing the fact that the warrior indeed doesn't have a hero power to deal 1 damage. So. Far right card was pointing it at the 4/3 Dark-Iron Dwarf. Shattered Sun. Faces Shambler. Sure. Alright, he does start to go for it here.
I would like a flame strike in this situation. Yeah. Alright, so 4/7 into 4/4. I think that happens.
I agree.
Every time. The only other thing we can remove is the 2/2. And then we will be developing the 2/2 and a animated armor.
What's another thing?
Armor's actually Fen Creeper armor. That's the only other play I'm thinking of here.
You could even Fen Creeper, Shattered Sun, the Fen Creeper. That makes it really awkward for him. 7 health is really weird for this board.
Well, yeah, that seems good.
Yep. So sometimes you don't have to spend all your mana if one play is just clearly more annoying for your opponent.
Yes.
Because not only does it counter kill the 4/4, it also means that it needs both the force for this to kill it. It's like, the joys of being a warrior. Having to throw 2 4-power minions in a 4/7 because you can't ping it. No, you might have a thing. Yeah, that's still a pretty shitty trait on him.
Yeah, that's okay.
Wow. What do we have here? He seems to be very comfortable trading so much.
I'm not sure that's correct given that he's out of cards. Armor, Blood Knight, ping his guy.
Yeah, Armor, Blood Knight, ping his guy. I think that's most people would play Acolyte here to ping it. I don't think that's correct. I think that next turn we can put the Acolyte on the board where it might survive. Which means we might get more than 2 cards out of it.
Yeah, plus we still have card advantage on him, so I'm not pressured to use the Acolyte in this situation.
Yeah.
I think.
And the thing is, if he plays a really big minion here, you could actually take much more damage away with the Acolyte. That makes the expected trade, that's fine.
Yeah. Totally okay with that. So, 1, 2, draw. Fireball.
So, what do we start with this turn?
Acolyte, ping it.
Yeah, Acolyte, ping Acolyte.
Because we still can use Flame Caller to trade into this.
Exactly.
Acolyte, ping the Acolyte. Okay, an explosion. I would still use the Flame Caller to develop a T2 body on top of.
Trade and Flame Caller, and then this is exactly why we held Acolyte last turn. It's like it gives us an option to get the full value out of it without him trading. Yep.
Yeah.
This is also what we talked about when we said that we weren't going to be able to outvalue most mages, but a non-mage class seems a lot more doable.
I love Fireball in these situations, certainly. Alright, so I think we start by pinging an Acolyte for the second draw.
Yep, that's fine. More value.
Excellent. So Fireball the Corehound, 3-face, play the Aspirant.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, this is exactly why I said that he feels very comfortable trading. That felt very weird to me because out of experience, you know, if I were the warrior, I'd be like, all right, the only way I'm winning this is by putting a lot of damage in your face and finding weapons and stuff. It just didn't feel like trading there with the, yeah, sure. I guess he denies us the ping and trade, so fine, but we don't mind.
So,
what are you thinking?
So, we have to kill this guy. I think that we'll take the free kill, 2-face, ping Yeti Valet.
Well, Yeti and ping his face are two things that always happen. That's a constant. Now you can either trade off your 2-2 and play a valet, or kill it with a 3-5 and hold the valet.
Against MC Tech, correct?
Yeah, against MCT. I think that with the MCT as well, I'm fine trading the 2-2 and playing the valet, just pushing 3. It also plays around execute on your spell power, plays around him having 4 or 3 damage killing your spell power. Because this thing is going to be turning Arcane Explosion into a Flame Strike pretty soon. Oh, it would have died to the shield slam, so that's another thing.
That's great. Yeah. Oh, excellent. Fallen Hero in the middle, pink face, all face.
Yep. Just closing it out here. He hasn't conceded yet, so might have something crazy, a Varian or a Deathwing or whatever. People are asking why we didn't freeze and go face. Mainly because we don't need it, Iceman, and you can still block out a ginormous minion with a Nova. You can use it to come back if he has a brawl later or something. You can, you know, you don't want a lot of minions versus mind control tech anyway. So I feel like there was just not enough reason to do so. But I see...
think in this situation we are already winning by quite a lot. We don't need to raise him to win a turn earlier.
Yeah, exactly, right. It's just nice to have a freeze enemy board on demand in your hand, right? It's just nice. It's handy. It's comfortable having that.
Okay, so let's continue.
Yeah, good to go. Good to go. Aha! The party is over. Mage versus mage. And we don't have the good mage deck.
Right.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Alright, what do you want to do for the mulligan?
So no Fireball, certainly. I really hate Bile Fan against mages. really just feels useless.
Yeah, but I don't think we have enough 2-drops, and we can't fall behind against mages, so I would just ditch the fireball. Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would keep it as well, but I really don't like keeping it.
Yeah, not a great keep yet. Yeah, I think it's like a package delivery, and the guy was like, I'm gonna make sure they hear it. It's the 0-3 police, they have the wrong guy. Yeah. Awesome. I love it when my opponent starts Mana Worm versus my Biofin.
Thanks. Biofin.
We could hero power here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I would.
No, it's fine. I think it's okay.
I should have waited. Yeah.
It's a pretty fucked up scenario no matter what.
Yeah.
Let the girlfriend in. Nah, the girlfriend opened the door. Alright. He does, at least Biofin does do what it's supposed to do. It slows your opponent down. So.
Okay. I'm much happier with the Flame Waker compared to a Sheriff's.
Sorry?
I'm much happier with the Flame Waker compared to the Cleric.
Yeah, I think we would have played Acolyte of Pain if we hadn't drawn Flame Waker, but Flame Waker will do here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is most likely a loss because we need to play quite aggressive against mages, and assuming that this is an average mage, it will have, a Flame Strike or Portal or Arcane Intellect or just, anything to outvalue us, Conjure, Duplicates. Our deck's like very very more tempo-ish. So if we're not the one dictating the pace of the game, yeah, it's a pretty awkward start for our deck. Fireball? Oh yeah, I could feel it from the hesitation, right? It was like, wait, is that a fireball? It's like, it is, okay.
Yeah.
Aha, fireball him back. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
We'll show him. All right.
Just the aspirant.
Just the aspirant, yeah. Matthias Wallen, thank you so much for subbing. Welcome. Appreciate your support, my friend. Good to have you. That was a value fireball on his end. I could really see the hesitation. Usually when you see it like that, it's like they have a fireball and like, man, that can't be the right move.
I think this is a better fireball than the one that he did. I'm not sure who did it, though. If we're not fireballing, it's a 3-drop and ping.
Yeah, I mean, we could Shattered Sun our guy and then ping his Dalaran and kill it. That seems pretty good.
Yeah, that seems all the way.
Alright, let's do that.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
This will probably result in him finally trading off the worm, but that's still a decent trade for our Dalaran. Alright, but still, we may have recovered slightly. We are still nowhere near winning, because, maybe? Yay. Not quite what we were looking for, but not entirely useless either, so we will take it.
Yesterday I played a Spellslinger and gave my opponent a sprint in a top deck war.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it's always scary dropping that guy in a top deck war. Pretty much praying, nothing going wrong.
Yeah. So we can't Arcane Explosion and ping this turn and play something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the 2-mana card would be great in this situation, but we don't. So what's the play? Archmage.
Well, what is something on the board that we're gonna do?
On the board?
Yeah.
I think we have to kill at least one of the minions.
And which one would you kill?
I'm not sure which.
Well, does your mana allow for hero power easily or not?
Unless we use Fireball, then no.
So
It doesn't.
trading into the 3/2 seems like a good idea.
The Rapture.
Yeah.
So Rapture and Archmage.
I would actually play the 2/3 drops here to get in before Flame Strike. I think it's a tough call. I think that Archmage feels better this turn, absolutely does. I also think that having something to play into Flame Strike and Portal turn seems good either. Because if you play Archmage now and he polys it and then you spread, feels really bad.
Yeah. That's a good
Please
start.
don't.
Not so good.
Never
Really.
lucky.
Okay.
Take it from me, guys. Never lucky.
Right. Okay, Explosion Pink. We're left with 3 mana. That means we'll have to play the Valet. It's a Valet against a 2/2. Not sure that's okay. Yeah. You dropped off for a second.
No, I'm just not speaking. I'm just listening.
Oh, yeah. The sound where you skip a word just played, so no problem.
Sorry?
Okay, so here, there's a sound that is...
Oh, the background noise cut out.
Skip, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Was the static hum was gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here I feel like you need to just take the risk and play Archmage and just say he's going to go face, we're going to get a good Arcane Explosion. I feel like whenever you are behind in a game, you assume that you're going to get lucky, because if you are not, then you will not win. Simple. So there's almost a kind of relaxing atmosphere around being behind in a game, because it's either going to work and you're going to win, or it's not. And, you know, when you're ahead, you have much more to lose, if you get what I mean. So, yeah. In this case, didn't work out. He did have the portal. At least he biffed a little bit on the 5-drop. It was good for us.
Yeah. All right. So in this situation, once again, removal. Well, I remember that you told me that I value my removal way too highly, but I'm still not sure that it's okay to use the fireball on the Blingtron. So I'm okay with using some form of removal on the micro machine, but
you can actually clear the board fairly nicely without using your fireball here.
Arcane Explosion, Pink, and Frostbolt that uses 6 mana, and we can still play the Valet. Yeah, that's
yep. We bolt a 3/4, we ping the micro, and we Arcane Explosion for not for lethal, that'd be nice, but for removing the board. Arcane Explosion, lethal, yeah! I mean, this is a slow death, really. Our opponent has more value than us. We're probably not going to get there. That portal wasn't Spellslinger, was it? No. So he still has a Spellslinger spell. If that one is completely useless, maybe we have a shot, but even with, I could Demon Fuse in his hand or whatever, I think we're still quite... Oh my god, why would you play that in this situation? Oh, he's getting so lucky as well, man. Oh, I hate it when people YOLO this card and they get lucky. Never lucky, guys. Never lucky.
Okay. He's at 30 health. Going face does pretty much nothing in our situation. We don't have enough burn to burn him from 30.
So I'm just gonna release you from your misery and say the hand stinks. We don't have a good play, so we play Acolytes, ping the Acolyte, and hope we land the 4-drop of some sort.
Yeah.
Like, this is my default. Whenever there is no good play, you just draw and hope. Awesome.
All right.
Love it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we'll put the 2/3 into the 1/1. That's the only place it can go. And then I guess you play Chow because it doesn't really matter. And then we just chill. I like this game, but we did kind of predict that this was the way it was going to go against most mages, and this guy opened up Mana Worm.
Oh,
so I mean, there was a very slim chance that we were going to win this game. It was just not going to be very, very common. If the value deck starts out with the mana worm and the aggro deck has to fall behind, then you're in trouble.
Mm.
And he gets card draw. Oh my god. It's not fair, baby Rage. It's not fair.
Yeah, when did he play? My game froze up.
Yeah, ping your own spawn. Go.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, I'm back finally. All right, so
What to do? What to do?
I feel like I have to remove as much of his board as I can in this situation.
Yeah, what are we gonna do for sure?
So 2/2 into the 3/2 with the Inspire effect.
Yes, that always happens.
Yeah. Good start. Then Fireball the 3/2. I really don't like that play.
I don't like the play either. I think everything stinks.
Yeah.
I probably go Fallen Hero and then Raider and then ping the spawn. And then hope he has to trade everything into the Raider and then your hero survives. I think it's absolutely dire, but I mean we're not winning this game, but I feel like this is the best move you have in this. It's still a good exercise, finding the play that could potentially get you some crazy kind of win condition, but it's probably not gonna happen. All right, well, if you want, I'm all for tapping out at this point. I think when he flashes the second portal, our deck's just no match for that.
I'll do just one thing before tapping.
Sorry?
I'll do just one thing before tapping.
Oh yeah, we can't give him perfect.
Fireball face, concede. That's a good play.
Good play. Good.
Yeah.
Hello.
Alright. Okay, well, that's a tough game, but still quite interesting to see how you try to maximize your chances, even though you I would have given up pretty much earlier.
It's really just almost it's because I've played so many games that I've won a big enough number of these games to know that it's possible. It's not very likely, but it's possible. I think if you haven't played as many games as I have done, then you just don't want to put yourself to the trouble of going through that game. You just concede a lot earlier.
Yeah, I see.
But yeah, I mean, the fact that he was willing to play a Spellslinger while we only had 2 more cards, that could have given us a Doom, for instance, and then Doom could have drawn us 4 cards, cleared his board. So it's just crazy that he was willing to play that Spellslinger there. It's essentially that made me want to keep playing, because for all we know, he's crazy enough to play Servant of Yogg or something, and then he plays Astral Communion and he discards his hand, and then you suddenly have a chance. So it's a very slim chance, but it's a chance. Oh.
Okay, so I would keep the Flame Waker and the Crusader in this hand. Going 3 into 3 seems like good enough.
Do we keep the Waker or do we keep Blood Knight in case he plays a Divine Shield or in case he doesn't remove our Divine Shield?
Well, a 6/6 on turn 3 is tempting for sure.
I would actually keep the Crusader.
Yeah, I can consider the synergy.
I mean, if he doesn't remove it,
yeah,
sure, we have a Divine Shield. If he does, if he plays a Divine Shield, we just win. If he opens up Argent Squire, you can just pass.
Crusader and
right?
Blood Knight.
Crusader and Blood Knight, yeah, correct. All right, well, we have Ascension as well. Chow would be perfect here, but yeah.
Do you need a blessing?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
So what do you want to do here?
Just pass. We won't have any play next turn besides ping. We do go and ping at this turn. Although
So the only
this is
trouble,
young priestess. Yeah.
yeah, the
that's
only trouble with
troublesome.
this is if we don't ping it now, we're not going to ping it next turn either. Meaning this thing is going to get 2 buffs off, and it's going to be able to remove our shield regardless. So I think you have to coin ping. He forces your hand here, and then you just pray you find a play for next turn. But I mean, Young Priestess is one of those cards that is very, very strong when left unchecked. A 1 mana 2/1 that adds 1 health every turn. Just, you know, it does too much to keep it alive. 2-drop. No.
Ping
the Thespian.
ping face.
Yeah. I would ping the Thespian just in
Thespian.
case, right?
Yeah.
No, but it's fine. He's gonna play his Crusader, and then we go glory to the Sindari, and then he still has 2 3/1s to trade into. It's pretty sad.
Wow. 5 4-mana cards on turn 3. That's great. So Crusader.
I'm just trying to figure out if it's ever ping the 3/1, because if the Ogre Brute hits the shield, you might just dagger it, and then we have to ping again next turn. Yeah, it's so weird, right?
Yeah.
If he does go for dagger 2-drop, then Singe is not too bad. Yeah, I think Crusader's fine, but yeah, tough call. If this makes him dagger and trade off his 3/1, that's fine. If he free kills it with the Ogre and daggers, it's kind of annoying. If he has like Flame Juggler or, you know, whatever way to kill this, it's pretty sad. No, he does do the thing. Ugh. At least it's a 1-drop and not a 2-drop. It's something we've got going for ourselves.
Yeah.
It's actually not bad.
Well, yeah, because of the Ogre.
So if you don't ping the Ogre, he's just going to use his face in the 1/1, and the Ogre will live regardless. So I think it's Balfin and ping Ogre here.
Yeah.
You just wanted to ping something, so. But yeah, if we had a Twilight Flamecaller here, it'd be pretty nice. So what do we need to happen in order to swing this game? I think the main thing we need to happen, yeah, stuff like this, him playing off curve, but we need to get good targets for these fireballs. I think that could potentially swing it.
Yeah, I see. I really want to ping, but Blood Knight is just useless against his 3/5. So, Ascension?
I think here you fireball the Trog, and then next turn you can guarantee pick up the 3/1 with the ping.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Because the Trog's going to be a problem no matter what, because if you fireball something else, it grows. So just getting rid of it seems better. Yeah! That's at least a break, you know.
Yeah. So, ping the 3/1, play Blood Knight.
Yeah. Glory to the Sindari, ping the 3/1, looking good. Glory to the Sindari. We're not out of it by any chance, but there is hope. That's a pretty good Blood Knight for us. Ooh, no sap. Nice.
I would fireball the 4/5 trade and play the Cleric.
Absolutely. I'm happy you suggest that. I think a lot of people would greet the fireball here, but this is a perfect time to use it. because we have card advantage on him. We just don't want to die, so hoping that we cut off damage from the board now and it's fast enough. Nice.
Play of Aspirant, pink his 5/6 trade and Arcane Explosion to deal with it. That's just I think I thought of. That will let us do 7 phase and he couldn't deal with it this turn.
Alternatively, we just play 2 4-mana cards and we trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like that one more. So let's trade the 7/4 and go 3 phase. And then I feel because we're probably pinging next turn, I think it's a good moment to get Delor and Aspirant developed. I'm just trying to figure out on Senjin to block damage or Yeti for more damage. I think it's safer to put the Senjin down on the far right. Yeah.
Far right.
Yeah. So this puts us in a position where we stop free damage from the dagger, and if he had crazy charge ideas, he can put them away now. Oh, getting prepped. Prep Blizzard!
Prep Blizzard.
Wow. That is amazing. Quality. Quality right there. Love it.
So if we play Archmage and pink, we will have spell power +2, so that means we'll kill the Chow and put this to 2 health.
Sorry, repeat that first part of the sentence? Sentence.
Yeah, sorry.
Repeat the first part of the sentence.
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking about Archmage, pink, and Arcane Explosion, but we need 10 mana for that. We have just 9.
So, what else can we do then?
So, what else can we do? We can develop the Raider or 2 4s.
Yeah, Raider on the right hand side.
For me.
Raider on the right hand side. Ping the
Raider.
Chow and Arcane Explosion.
Yeah, sorry.
Ping Chow, Arcane Explosion.
Ping the Chow. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. So what this allows us to do is it kind of funnels the Senjin into the Yeti, or rather the Yeti into the Senjin. It heals this turn, so it's very unlikely that he kills us. And I feel like it just overall does the most for us, right? It develops a 6/6, removes his true 3, and puts 2 damage on Yeti. I think this puts us in a nice enough position that we should probably win. And it's really those fireballs and the Blood Knight that allows us to get back into the game, because we were doing very poorly up until then. Oh, we are not out of it by any means. Lucky we also got a freeze, because it seems like he's got one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're always freezing his guy.
Yeah, we're always freezing his guy. I think we always have to ping something to make it an 8/8.
Not necessarily.
So you would consider developing 2 4s over that?
I'll consider it. The thing is, like, are we going to kill this Kraken? And if yes, how? If you ping it and play a 4-drop, it's not like you can kill it with that 4-drop or Archmage either.
Yeah. So double 4.
Yeah, I like the Senjin and the... Let's go with animated armor. Let's put the... yeah, Senjin and both fine. More Blood Knight, go.
Okay. Right, so I don't think we are trading the Senjin. So I think Senjin goes face.
Not
The situation
always.
probably.
Let's start by something that always happens.
Yeah,
We ping
sorry,
the
let's.
shields.
Yeah.
And then mana-wise, what's a
Ping the
better
shield, yeah.
play?
6-2.
Yeah, Archmage far right, and then Apprentice somewhere in the middle.
Okay. So 8 goes face, or trades the Kraken.
8 goes face, definitely. I think it's fine to put Senjin into the 3-1 and then just push 4 face.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's on 2 health. He can't remove it with
pretty
his
greedy,
face
but
yet, so
I mean,
yeah,
it's kind of
see
hard
that.
for him to do something at this point. Even if he has a fan, he still takes 3, he can trade, it's fine. Yeah, so damaging Senjin actually allows for it to be out of Shadow Strike range. It's quite nice. Alright, good game.
Yeah.
Whew. But yeah, pretty awkward position. Azurate says, if we ping last turn, we can eat the Kraken and protect it with the Senjin. Yeah, but because we developed 2 things, we can just go face. That's better, isn't it, Azurate? I think that's better. Alright. 5 and 2. If we could hit infinite with this kind of very, very budget mage deck, that would be amazing. So we're gonna do our best to squeeze 2 more out of this. But overall, I think we've already done quite some good work in terms of the removal. I think is a big part of it. It's especially important in this kind of deck, where tempo is of the biggest importance. All right, Uther.
Yeah. So Fireball goes, Cleric goes. We have a lot of 3s, so I think Illusions goes as well. We need a 1 or 2. We only had Chow on 1 once this run so far. So I think full mulligan.
I agree. I think that we have plenty of 3s, that we don't have to keep like a non-premium 3.
Wow.
Dr. Raider, good to go.
Both our 7 drops are here.
Yeah.
Okay, so just Apprentice.
Just Apprentice, yeah. Pretty happy he didn't coin out. Would have been hard to get back on that board already. We do enjoy raiding quite quite a lot. They're a little less useful in this matchup, I feel, but we'll take it. We'll try to get past it.
Trade and 3-drop.
Trade and 3-drop. Yep.
I don't like keeping stuff on the board against Paladins.
That does seem like a risky decision indeed, and it's just not really necessary to go face. And at the very least, you'll allow his 3-2 to kill your 4-3, so it's not what we want.
Yesterday, my opponent managed to grant Crusader into a Ragnar's Light Lord. Healed for 16 onto it.
Not
Really?
the worst thing, not the worst thing.
Okay, so Fireball the 3/5. First instinct,
never point
other
unless
plays,
we're
not
absolutely sure we're going to
Yeah.
be doing something. But yeah, you're right. We fireball
Yeah.
this guy and push forward. Yeah, we can't let him have it into turn 4. King's Portal, those are all pretty nasty. If it was anything else but a Brewmaster, we can consider it. But brewing back to your 4-3, no, not a thing we do here.
I'd be fairly okay with 3-drop and ping to clear his Berserker.
Which 3-drop would you prefer?
Probably Crusader.
Yep. Crusader, ping trade. Crusader just adds more immediate use than Flamemaker with no spells in the near future. Shredder? Oh god, stop.
Oh god. Wow. Redemption, Avenge. Repentance.
What do you want to do
Or
first
bring
here?
bed.
Sorry?
Yeah, sorry. First instinct would be to check for a noble sacrifice, but I don't want to trigger an avenge, to be honest.
What else could you do first?
Not really sure in this situation.
You could play Archmage
Think
and see
his
if it's
fate-
Repentance.
Archmage.
Yeah, if it's Repentance, then you can kill the Mech Warper. If it doesn't do anything, I would go face. I wouldn't risk the Avenge. Yep,
Yeah,
let's go face.
I agree.
Okay, so could be competitive Spirit, but probably Avenge? No, it's competitive. Okay.
Competitors. Yeah.
Not the worst competitive Spirit. Your Archmage still gets to kill them, so it's fine. You could double trade into your 3-1, but that just sets up a ping for the Raider. It's kind of okay. Cards we really fear here, Seal of Champions, Aldor, Ildaman, those are quite nice. Harvey, oh, thanks so much for subbing. Welcome, Harvey. And there is the portal. I would love for him to double trade into the 4-7, but I don't think that's a thing. This is not the worst either.
Kind of okay.
So,
Yeah, so
What's
I
the
think
right
it's Raider, pink is 3-1, trade the 5-3. He has 5 damage on board, he can't kill the Raider on board, he needs something from your hand.
so Raider, yes. Trade the 5-3, yes. Not quite sure, do we ping the 1-1 or the
Okay.
3-1? So it doesn't matter too much. They both remove 1 power. The mech is still on board. It's just a body less for him. So Direwolf would be a little bit more useful. Yeah, I think I'm happy pinging off the 1-1. I don't think it matters too much, right? The only problem I could see is Dark Scale Healer, but that doesn't do enough here. Yeah, ping the 1-1. Plays around things like Cult
I've
Master.
been thinking.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're breaking up again. It seems like the
No,
connection
no,
is
okay.
particularly bad right now.
Yeah.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
All right, so turns
Everyone's
out it
coming
didn't
from
matter, but it's okay. It doesn't change too much.
Yeah.
So we actually get quite a read from what he just did. What do you think that read is?
Just got disconnected and reconnecting right now.
Okay. Are you using wireless internet by any chance? Or is this cable connection?
No other options here. So it's wireless, no other option for me here.
Okay.
I wonder.
So I'm gonna go and skip
You
ahead and
don't
make the
have
placing
wired
as you're
to this
still
apartment.
reconnecting, right? So let's play the
Yeah,
Volunteer
go.
Raider,
Yeah,
ping the
I'm here.
2-1, trade the 4-3. Yeah, okay. So what I was just saying is the tell we get from his play here is that he doesn't have a great buff or anything to remove large minions with currently available. He went for kind of an awkward trade there with the buff. Oh boy, please don't win. This is literally for the game. Coin flip contest coming right up. Hey, okay. That's still great. That's still fucking 8 face for him, but we don't automatically lose. Right, let's go. What are we doing here? You still
The
here?
Ragnaros.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
here.
I can hear you again. It's good.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Right, so ping the 3-2, trade the Ragnaros, Fen Creeper Valet.
Yeah, I like that. I think if we had more small minions, I would be considering going face with the 8, but we can maximum get 3 things on the board. That's not enough for me. Shady, in case of Seal of Champions, wouldn't it be better to ping the 3-1 instead of the 1-1? No, because he just buffs the 2-1 and then trades off the 1-1 as well. It's kind of the same deal.
Okay. So trade 4-4. Trade 4-4.
Why are we trading?
Or trade 5-4.
Oh, you want to trade and play the Brewmaster?
Yeah, that's what I was considering. I thought of this play before we got the Yeti, so now I'm actually considering face Yeti Pitfighter, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just a little awkward. Getting a ping on that wouldn't be terrible, but making him trade is something as well. Yeah, I think Yeti Pitfighter 2-face is fine.
Turn the middle.
Sure. Doesn't really matter, the positioning here.
Just, yeah.
But yeah, obviously the good old Ragnaros into Kraken play, still pretty decent here. It's actually going to give us the heal bot. So I guess his face will kill the 2-3 and then he kills Pitfighter. And then we have to go with Yeti Flamewaker, I guess. I guess we have to go for a coin flip then. Pump. There's a decent chance we can clear board here, but it's pretty risky. Actually, I mean, clearing board as, ooh, less risky.
I'm considering Cleric the Yeti into the heal bot, Flamewaker, play the spare part, and hope we can get the clear with the pink.
How do you like Cleric the Yeti, Brew the Cleric, Cleric the Yeti again, free kill the heal bot?
Oh, wow.
That was looking good, right?
Alright, yeah.
That was looking good.
That's better.
Yep.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Because he doesn't have a way to deal 1 damage. He's got a weapon, but we've got a 5-4 as well.
We must cleanse the
Alright. Boom! I mean, we haven't won by any means, but it's looking better than it was 2 turns ago when he dropped the rag. Core hounds deployed. Okay. So I guess that means he's trading into one of the 5 damage I guess, yeah, he just trade. Wow, he actually has to trade. Wait, what? He's not trading off the Kraken? Okay. We're okay with this. Nine phase means nothing here. Oh, you got a timer on your Kraken? You lucky motherfucker. That's so dumb, dude. That's so dumb. He's like, oh, look, I timer on my Kraken. Right.
Well. Don't know what to say. Well, we can't take 9 damage, so 5-4 into 9-5.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Now, as for anything else, I'm considering. So, if we trade, we give him a Kraken on an empty board. Very good for him. So, Darn, Flamewaker. Need to save the freezing for the Kraken, so I wouldn't play it here.
I wouldn't
so
play the
would be,
Waker. I would just play Aspirant and then trade and ping his face. He can't really Kraken anything right now. He can Kraken our face, he can Kraken the Aspirant, but and then you've got Flamewaker freeze next turn.
Yeah. Scarab.
Yep, Scarab sounds like a good start. Arcane Intellect, let's go!
Grizzly.
not the best.
Yeah. And go Grizzly over Torn Warrior.
Yeah, there is obviously the argument that we can ping the Torn Warrior, which is kind of cool. So I think Torn Warrior is slightly better than Grizzly at this stage of the game.
Okay. So Torn Warrior, freeze the 6/7.
Play the Waker as well.
I mean Flame.
Yeah, so
I mean,
play the minions, freeze the 6/7, and then go 3 face regardless. Regardless of pinging the 1/1 or not. My god. Good Flamewaker. Correct ping. So he's probably gonna shoot the Torn Warrior over the Waker simply because he wants to trade the 1/1 as well. Whoa, wait. How is that ever better than Kraken here? Holy shit. Just not playing a 9/7. Okay, buddy.
Really?
Fuck.
Okay. He has 11 damage. Plus 4. 15. We're not dead next turn.
Alright, let's play Yeti. That's always happening.
Yeah. Actually, my thinking is that I need to bring him down to at least 6 so that Fireball would be lethal, preferably to 3 or 4 so that Frostbolt would be lethal. So we have 4, 6, 7 damage. We can bring him down to 4 so that both Frostbolt and Fireball are lethal. I don't think there's any option besides those two. And still he needs to clear the board.
I'd ping the 1/1 and go face, seeing as that makes his Kraken much more awkward. But yeah, there is also an option where if we had used the 3/5 and the ping into the 4/4 and then free kill the 1/1 with the 2/4. But that just slows the game down and puts him in a position where Kraken's still pretty decent. So this is bad. This is really bad. But I mean, knowing him, he's probably just gonna YOLO the spare part anyway and get lucky. But yeah, I mean, last turn I feel like absolutely 100% Kraken though. Shady, you think he's trying to win? Not everyone's a tryhard like you. Yeah, why would you want to win a game? It's crazy, right? Why would you want to get more resources? He's gonna check for his spare part first. I can respect that.
Yeah.
Does he just go for the 1 damage on the 3? Okay.
Okay.
This could be lethal. No, you're fucking kidding me.
Wow. Just wow.
All right.
Time rewind with the Scarab.
Yeah, time rewind to Scarab. Play it again.
Owl doesn't do anything.
Owl does a thing. So Owl would allow the Flame Waker to go face, but is that enough? How much does our opponent have?
He has 15 for playing
So
it
the
into war.
4/1 needs to go down no matter what. So if we Owl ping 2 face, our opponent's on 3. He would have to kill both the 2 power minions though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you go for the Owl. Imagine if Flame Waker hadn't been such shitty missiles. Yeah, Owl the taunt, 2 face, ping the 4/1. So this puts him in a position where he needs to kill both Waker and Owl, which is something. Which means we can then next turn ping the Bulldfist Ogre. Oh man, imagine just 1 ping going on the Dwarf or something. You can play Blood Knight here and threaten lethal, but nope. 2 pings on the Kraken, not even 1 face. Oh man. Alright, don't give him something good. No charge. I mean, that's good, but charge would have been worse. Okay, because he still needs to double trade.
Yeah.
There is still that. And the 2 Murlocs actually don't do too much because he doesn't have room on his board. So, burn, go. Oh man.
Seriously. Play out pink the Ogre 1 face.
Let's see.
Are we dead if we do that?
So he has 10, 16, 19. So if we play this taunt, it's fine. Yeah, I think I would just play out, ping the Ogre, go face for 1. Let's go, baby! Let's do it! Ping the Ogre, yeah. No, face for 1.
Yeah. It's just slowing down periodically. Or 1 or 2 actions.
Nitro says we are dead. I don't think so, but maybe I missed it. It's always an option. Let's see. He throws 3 and 2 in here. 10. We're not dead unless he rolls well.
Yeah.
He needs to throw in the 1/1s for more space. Yep. He's actually already used one of the Murlocs. That may have been a... No, that's not true. He has to use the Murlocs.
Yeah.
He could have thrown in the 1/1s and then hero power. That was the right ordering. And then he could get buffs for the Murlocs. Why does he keep trading before hero powering? What if he gets lethal with old Murkai and shit? Wait, did he miss lethal now? It's an option. Dude, what the... What is his ordering, dude? He's just... What the fuck?
What's going on? Seriously.
Yes!
Yes, wow.
There is justice!
Wow!
There is justice!
Yes, yeah.
There is justice, boys! I'll take some justice there. Thank you very much. Oh, yes! Alright, give me 1 second, man. I'm quickly gonna grab something. I'm getting kind of cold here. Oh, whew.
No problem.
Oh. Whew, I'm back. All right, let's go.
Welcome. All right.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So full mulligan.
You asked for it. Oh, it is on.
Yeah, throw it all. The Mash, thanks so much for the 6 months in a row. Good to have you back. Alrighty. Whew. Nice.
Fallen hero.
Yep, play the 2-drop.
I would define just cleric and trade.
Yep, cleric free kill
Wonderful.
probably means he pings on turn 3. We get ahead. This is what we need to happen in Mage v Mage because our Mage deck doesn't have the value to beat them in the late game. So we need to get a nice tempo lead on them.
Oh wow.
Can I light your Baroque back?
So Macchiati and trade.
I like Senjin Face more. I don't want him to
Senjin
play
Face.
a 4-drop here.
Mm.
So,
So you want to force him to ping?
yeah, I'd like to say, like,
Yeah, I
do you
see.
have another 2-drop, first of all? Because if he doesn't have a 2-drop, just ping isn't that great. And if he has another 2-drop, Ascension versus 2-2-drops is kind of okay. I just don't want him playing 4-drops. Once again, something we could do to slow him down.
Yeah.
Flame cannon could be a thing, but then he still trades and full trades. It's fine.
Okay. Pit fighter hit the 2/3.
Pit fighter, yeah. Just
Fighter face.
I'm considering face. Yeah.
So yeah.
I
So
think-
pit fighter for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Pit Fighter and face is fine. I was considering holding
Yeah.
Pit Fighter because she plays better into Portal than any other minion, but I think this is still
Oh
okay.
yeah. Sure.
Face damage is super important in our deck versus other mages.
That's fine.
Yeah, so if we had played Yeti last turn, we could have still had Pit Fighter for Flame Strike turn and stuff, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's by no means your fault. I think that it was still a good play because it's a lot harder, to have a good reply to a 5/6 than a 4/5. It's just versus mages, I think it would have been fine to go with the Yeti last turn. What do you want to do here?
Yeti ping the 2/3 face.
Yeti, yes. 3-phase, yes. So you want to ping the 2/3 to set up Flame Collar of some sorts, or
Yeah, that's not so good actually.
I think pinging the 2 and 2 is fine here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is still coaching, right? It's never your fault.
Yeah.
we only play to teach you. That's the only goal of this run. It's not to do fancy scores or anything. Sure, it's fine.
Okay. Now I think that flame color ping the shield and play the 2/3.
Yes, and then we'll go from there.
Ping the taunt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Flame
Flame
color.
Collar, ping the taunt, play the valet. We'll keep the 2 and 2 in the middle. Now, do we trade this or not?
It's portal turn, so I think we do.
I agree. I think that Karazhan is over, but Portal is still a card, and it just makes it more awkward for him. If he has Flame Strike, we missed 4 phase, but at the same time, you can just redevelop. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
There's some clicking noise, by the way. I'm not sure. It's been around for the entire run. I'm not sure what's causing it.
Really?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's fine.
Something.
It's cool.
Just
Dude.
a second. I'll take off my headphones.
What to do? What to do?
Probably my chair then. Sorry about that.
Dude, don't worry about it. There's
yeah.
really no need to apologize.
Yeah.
I thought I'd just bring it up.
Okay.
So what do we do here?
So, really, the only minion that lines up okay against this is the Brewmaster. So, probably Flamecaller phase, brew back the Flamecaller.
Runs out on me.
I
To
think
face
our
again
dudes
and
go
play-
face, yeah. And I think brew back the flame colors probably fine, and then Yeti is okay. I was trying to figure out whether I wanted to play 2 5-elf minions to play around Flame Strike, but I think it's gonna suck no matter what, so it's fine. Yeah, you can really feel that this is a very one-way game. Like, we ask the questions, he provides the answers. If we can ask questions he can't answer, like this board, if he doesn't have AoE, then I feel like we have a fairly good chance of winning. If he does have a proper answer, I think we've lost. But we knew this going into... Ooh, could be a Medivh's Valet that he picked up there. Because this was a secret he already had. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's just like I see that he's thinking about playing his rightmost card, and he already had the secret. That makes me think that also makes me think that it's not a great tempo secret. It might be a slower one. We'll have to see.
Okay, so if it's effigy or duplicate, I don't think I would kill the elementals first. I would start by killing the 2/3. Okay, so
let's play Deller and Aspirant and go from there.
okay. Very
Okay.
strange. Why wouldn't he play it last turn?
It's fine. What do you want to do now?
Runs out on me.
Frost Nova.
Yeah, Frost Nova for sure, and our guys go face for sure. So he's gonna be on 10, and we have 10. So I think we ping the 2/3 in case we don't have lethal. Yep. And then we can end up with Flamecaller ping to finish it off. And we have another freeze. Arcane Explosion wouldn't be terrible here.
Okay, so I think we have to get rid of the 5/1 in this situation. So yeah, this was once again a tough turn for me. I'm not sure what to do.
I'm just gonna go over it. I'm just gonna think here. I'm trying to figure out. So our dudes are going face, that's for sure. We have to put him low enough. We're not gonna play Whirling Blades this turn. I'm pretty sure we're playing Twilight Flame Color, so you can put him down in the middle. I think here we play Senjin, ping the 2/1, freeze the water elemental. I think that gives us the most chance of a good finish. rather than the Raider. I think it's tempting to Raider because you want to ping anyway, but Senjin allows for a freeze. Because if we don't freeze Water Elemental will freeze Raider anyway, and it won't do anything. Boom!
Wow.
There we go. Infinite boys, we're there.
Wow.
Yeah, these are the tough games, right? When you're the mage that doesn't quite have the mage cards, so you're forced to be aggressive against other mages. So it's good. Yeah, so essentially what I'm looking for in that particular last turn is I'm looking at, okay, this game will end one way or another, right? Our opponent will either defend this final push we have and we will lose, or we will win on the spot. So developing the Valdir never does anything because he can always just cash in the Water Elemental. So the Valdir will not attack phase in that turn. It will just not happen, right? So I'm thinking, how can we then push extra damage? Well, if we can get a freeze on the Water Elemental, that would allow for us to develop Senjin, and then Senjin will probably connect phase. You know, Senjin will probably get double traded, but then all the other minions can connect phase. So
yeah,
that's nice.
I see that.
Pretty good. All right, well, 7 with this deck, we'll take it. Good to keep going?
Yeah.
Alrighty. And the Frost Nova has been doing things. That's good. It does suit an aggro deck a little bit more than a control deck.
Yeah.
You asked for it. It is on.
I would be tempted to keep the soul.
I agree. Slam dunk.
Okay, so do we coin out a 2 this turn?
What do you think?
I think that I would start by coining out the Fallen Hero right now.
I
In that
agree.
case, he can't
If he
play a
doesn't
3-2
have
next
anything-
turn against the pink. Yeah.
If he doesn't have a 3 health minion, it's fine. If he has removal, it's okay.
Yeah, Fallen Hero. Go.
That is a full deck list, Anshu. There's nothing missing.
Okay, so he pinged it. So I'm okay playing the Apprentice. It would be tempting to cash in on the 1 extra damage, but I think developing is more important right now.
I mean, in the long run, you will get way more phase by developing the 2-drop, so it's not tempting at all for me to cash in 1 extra ping here. I mean, the ping does usually mean Twilight Flamecaller, but he might just have a very bad opener and have to ping twice. Or he just didn't have shit. We'll take that.
Okay. The thing is, if it's hero power trade, then we can't do anything else this turn.
So this is a great example of making a read based on what your opponent does. What do we know almost for certain that he doesn't have?
He doesn't have Arcane Explosion or Twilight Flamecaller in his hand right now.
Sure, that's one. He probably doesn't have Flamecaller, but something very obvious in terms of what did he do turn 2?
Wait a second, he pinged turn 2.
So
he doesn't have a 2-drop.
He doesn't have a 2-drop. So unless the far right or the next card is a 2-drop, he can't ping comfortably next turn. So I would play Crusader and full phase. Because normally you'd feel inclined to trade off your 3-1, because you fear the ping next turn, because it's turn 4. But unless he just drew a 2-drop in the last 2 cards, pinging the 3-1 will be awkward for him. Yeah, you see he has to go for a 4-drop, so...
Yeah. Every turn I'm considering the hero power, but this doesn't make sense right now. So among the hand, I would play the Yeti, almost certainly. Now the trades on our face.
Yeah, this is definitely an awkward moment. Because the problem with the Yeti is that he will ping the 3/1 and then kill it next turn.
What to do? What to do?
He can't ping both though. I think you're actually perfectly fine playing Yeti and jamming another 6 space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time runs out on me.
Because the thing is, if you don't, if you cash in Fallen Hero now so he can't ping it next turn, I feel like it's a trade he will still make.
We have many secrets.
If he doesn't have the secret here, we're still... Oh my god, disgusting. Disgusting! Alright, he does go for the double trade though, so we're actually correct in pushing phase. That's great. Let's see, what are we doing here? What do you think?
What to do?
Yeah, you cut out for a second.
Oh, what do you think you want to do here?
Yeah. So let's think. So I'm fairly sure we're not going face this turn with the Yeti. So the thing is, I want to, in case it's mirror, I don't want to play the Fen Creeper. So I would probably end up playing one of my 3s. So,
I don't think that does enough.
Flame
I
Waker,
think you attack the Trog, see if that does something. Effigy and like Effigy is awkward. Duplicate's fine. You could just play Fen Creeper now. Yeah. So whenever this happens, and this is a great piece of just experience you need to almost just acquire playing around secrets. It's usually people start off with playing their minion first, and then like see if it's mirror entity, and then your brain goes like, well, I can't play my 5-drop because if it's mirror entity, I'm screwed. But what you have to do in that situation is you have to say, well, what else can I do before I check for mirror entity? And trading here does check for 2 secrets, duplicate and effigy. So it allows us to trade with, you know, peace of mind.
Alright, so okay, so I think we're playing the 5/1 because we're not doing Flame Waker spare part this turn.
There's actually an option for Frost Nova if we want to. Flame Waker Nova.
Flame Waker Nova. Is this a big enough board to stop while we are the attacker? So probably. That's an option, certainly.
Yeah, I think Flame Waker Nova is totally fine.
Yeah.
And then we push for face.
That's
Oh
great.
my god. Beautiful pings as well. Yeah. Sets up the Raider very nicely. Boosh. Well, it's gonna come down to the hard removal. Does he have something for your Raider here?
Yeah. So Raider pinged the 3/1.
Yeah, Raider pinged the 3/1. I mean, his deck is probably of a better caliber than ours. We really have to win it on the tempo aggression way. It's already showcased the Flame Strike.
And it's a turn before he can portal ping, so...
Yeah, no portal ping. It needs to be Fireball or Polymorph or Flame Lance or whatever. He might not have it.
And not a healer.
Just minions. And
Yes.
we can't forget that 2 of the cards he has in his hands are Trogs. So it seems like he's kind of stuck with lower value stuff.
Yeah. He has 2 Trongs and a spare part in his hand, so he only has 3 other cards. So, I would... Yeah. So since he played minions, I would think that the Darkscale Healer is instrumental in removing the 8/8 now. So I would pink face, 8 face, that would put him down to 4. And then I would freeze the healer.
Freezing the healer,
much-
I agree with. And now we have to make
Yeah.
a judgment call. It's either Archmage and no ping, or Violet Illusionist and a ping. So you can freeze up the 4/5. Definitely right.
Okay. Yeah.
If we go for the 8 portal, you can bump. You still have 3. I think Illusionist, ping phase, go phase is the right line here. Yeah.
This only works on the simple-minded.
So this makes the portal a lot more awkward. This means that if he portals, he also needs something to deal with Illusionist. Or roll a charge or a taunt, obviously. Those are also things. Okay.
Okay.
Is that it? It's like, how did I lose to this mage? You didn't do anything.
Wow. Yeah.
Great.
That's a great feeling, beating a portal and a flame strike.
Yeah, right. We're just like, we have no business being here, but we're getting tempo moves, right? We're coining out 2 drops. We're getting ahead on the board. It's almost like we're playing a non-mage mage. We're playing zoo mage, just playing minions. And
This really reminds me of
Yeah.
This
No, go
really
ahead.
reminds me of my hunter run 2 days ago. Seriously.
Oh yeah,
This is
yeah.
the same character. Yeah.
I mean, we're not even drawing our fireballs to finish the game or anything, right? We're just shoving the minions' face. And this all came from that flip we did, right? When we said, okay, let's just jam our dude's face, turn after that, jam them face again. There was no real waste of any damage on our end, which was great.
Yeah. So let's go.
Yep. Good to keep going.
You asked for it. Oh, it is on.
So Fireball and Acolyte go. We have many 3s, so the same reasoning as prior in the run, I'd throw the Blood Gnome as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think we really need to start well, and we need to find that 2 drop, so yeah. Fine to throw it out. Alright, that's a 2.
Yeah.
I'm assuming one of these mages will get us, right? And this is
Yeah,
not
well-
the best opener, so this might be it.
Okay, so Apprentice.
Yep. Yeah, this looks pretty shaky. We might actually have to fireball a 3 drop if he doesn't remove here. Might even actually fireball a 2 drop. I'd hate that though. Oh, I mean, if that's a spider tank. Oh, horse rider? No, fuck that.
What's right?
No.
I'm actually considering Illusionist here because it will force him to ping up 3.
Yeah, well, it doesn't force him, but it does encourage him. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think I agree with Illusionist. We don't win the value way, so we need... And the thing is that our opponent probably has no idea, right? He might just think, oh, wow, this guy's playing wasteful for a value game. I'm just going to ping and kill it and get my value. Wow.
Wow.
What a responsible tempo line here. Interesting. Actually, like, is that even... Yeah, it's still more tempo than pinging, but it's marginally more tempo than pinging. So what would you like to do here?
Probably Aspirant trade.
Yep, Aspirant, kill his guy. It's not even a trade, it's a free kill. So
Yeah.
that's why I said I'm really surprised that he didn't go for the ping. Such a very, very minor tempo gain by playing the 3 drop rather than hero powering. Okay.
Cool.
Could have a removal. He was debating left there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm once again falling into the trap of overvaluing my Frostbolt. So I'm thinking of even ping the 2/1 cleric and kill the apprentice.
I don't think you're
I'm not sure
overvaluing
if I'm
Frostbolt
valuing
at all.
Frostbolt.
So the
Yeah.
thing with that move is that it's just better tempo, right? Because if you you can make the play, and I'll explain why. So you Shattered Sun, you ping the 2/1, and you kill the 3/2 with your guy. So what you do now is you just develop 4 additional damage, right? You put 1 extra point on the Dalaran, you put 3 extra points because you play Cleric. So you just have 7 damage on your board rather than 3 if you would just Frostbolt. So this is not a case of overvaluing Frostbolt at all. It's just that the alternative to Frostbolt is just downright better. No. Poor Aspirant.
Archmage, Trey, hope he doesn't have polymorph.
Yeah, I mean, and if he does, the polymorph won't hit the Raider, so...
Well, yeah.
Archmage trade will do here, yep. This is a funny interaction how this game is going. Because we are drawing 2 of our big minions, we may actually do the outvalue thing, but probably not going to happen, because there's no portals on our end, there's no conjurers, arcane intellects and stuff, so... It's something. That's a good start. That could mean he has portal, by the way. Especially if he pings our face here. He's probably still going to ping the minion, but this kind of reeks of I'm setting up my portal.
So if it's portal, I would like to develop a 6 health minion. The only way to do that is Raider, ping, and trade. See, he still gets an okay target with the Mage.
Yeah, play the Raider, ping his face, trade. It's looking okay. If he has the portal, we could end up fireballing or frostbolting his thing, depending on what it is. There was also a slight hesitation in his ping, so I don't know. It's almost like, this is going to be wasted. Oh, it was different amount of 5 damage. Oh, that is a huge joust. If we win that joust, we're actually in a good spot. Ooh, brutal. Yeah, that might actually be the difference between a win and a loss, that joust. Because if the Raider I mean, the fact that he used the horse makes me think he doesn't have a good alternative, so... If the Raider had gone unchecked, that would have been nice.
Right, so at this point, I don't think we were winning against Flame Strike at all, so I'd play the 2/4s and trade.
I play the 2/4s and go face.
And go face, yeah.
I think it is truly all-in versus Flame Strike. If he has it, he has it. And I don't feel bad about losing to it then. It's pretty likely he's got a Flame Strike, because he didn't have a great single target removal. But, as you mentioned, the only way we're winning this now is by using that burn in our hand on his face, so... Cone? Frostbolt, sure.
Frostbolt. Okay.
Stop healing.
Frostbolt does 4 with the Mage up. So, Flame Waker, ping, and Frostbolt.
Yep.
Will kill it, deal 2 damage face. Yeah, I think that's the play.
Waker, ping his guy, bolt his guy, go face. Not playing
No
the
chow, yeah. Yeah.
Just chilling. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay, so we actually have a chance for lethal here, right? 10-17. It's very slim chance, though. With the Chow on board, we would have had lethal, but then again, if he would have sniped the Chow, that would have been bad. So what do you want to do instinctively here?
Instinctively, I'd go face, fireball face, and creeper.
Is there a reason why we're fireballing his face now?
To get off the spell power +1 and the flame waker things.
Technically, you shouldn't be able to deal with them though, if the creeper's on the board.
So you're saying creeper, pink face, all face?
I'm considering that, yeah. The creeper happens and our dudes go face. We can still think about it.
Yeah.
I would just ping face.
Okay.
Yeah. Alternatively, we could have led with the fireball, and if one ping went face, no, you'd still need. Yeah, one ping face was enough.
One ping, yeah.
I guess leading with the fireball isn't terrible then. It's a 1 in 4 times 2, so you're pretty much going on. I mean, I know my math, my way how I do math is terrible, right? But that's probably 50-50. Wasn't a terrible odd, but I think that you're still fairly happy getting the 1 extra guaranteed. Because the way how I think about it is if you get 1 extra guaranteed damage, you're almost always going to get him in the long run, right? With fireball and just keeping his face. Wow, this guy didn't have anything. All right, GG. I don't think you're ever going to be terribly disappointed by pinging that turn.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't have healing, I think you kind of just win. All right, let's wait for. Actually, no, let's not wait. Let's queue up. That guy was fine. It's about to say let's not play against another mage, but that guy was fine. Although he probably didn't draw his mage stuff. He got the portal in the end. Well, you don't get to ping his face if you go for it there, chess guy. That's the big trade-off, right? If you go face with the fireball and it misses, you don't get to ping his face. So you do lose 1 damage compared to the other line, should your spell power stick around.
I will fight with honor.
Just the 2?
Just the 2 drop, yep. Well met.
Hello.
Okay.
Alright, so against Paladin, this hand is a little scary if he just goes for a coin 2 into 2, but if he lets us lead, then we might be fine, because we might get a ping on 3, or we might just play a 2-drop on 3 and it's okay. Nope.
Okay.
So, what are we afraid of if we play one of these 2 drops?
Okay, so
One of these 2 drops has a particularly nasty beat.
I'm unfortunately not very familiar with Paladin, so I have no idea what's the beat in this situation.
Argent Protector would allow him to trade into your Apprentice very nicely. So I would play the Bilefin Tidehunter. And then the best he can do with Protector is kill your 1-1 and then Protector, and it still allows for the Tidehunter to clear the 3-1 or the 2-2. So.
That's the 2-2 give Divine Shield, yeah?
Yeah, the 2-2 that gives Divine Shield, absolutely. Yeah, so that's obviously another thing, right? Knowing opponent's cards does increase your chance of doing well against them. And in this case, against Paladins, I almost always try to play around Argent Protector. It's just such a nasty card.
So Chow comes down this turn.
Correct. Chow comes down.
So the situation is either ping the 3-1 to face, or trade and play the Apprentice. He trades evenly with the Mech Warper. Don't particularly like that, but that's probably the best course of action because we have to ping to kill the Mech Warper otherwise. And we can't afford to with our hand right now. So I would trade the 2-1 into the 3-1 and play the Apprentice.
I think you're fine pinging the 3-1 and then going to face, and then you can ping again next turn, playing a 2-drop, and then going into your 5.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I think it's a close call, though. I was even considering killing Mech Warper there. Sure.
Sure, okay. So, Apprentice, ping his 2-1 and kill the Imp.
Alternatively, we could kill the Mech Warper and brew it back. Not a huge fan of that. Gets particularly destroyed by True Silver. So I agree with Sorceress, ping the 2-1, kill the 1-1. Rough situation regardless. The Paladin's got initiative and he's going into turn 4. Silver Moon Portal will become awkward, Kings will become awkward, True Silver will still be good, but not as good as if we would play Panda, so that's nice. Oh, well, it's not a slam dunk, so let's hope it's not too amazing. Yeah, that's probably the definition of not too amazing. Just a tall strider.
Okay.
For me, it's a pretty straightforward turn.
Double trade the Tall Strider and Pit Fighter.
Think
not
greedier.
Greedier. Pit Fighter kill the 1-1s.
Yeah.
Kill the
3-2 into the
So-
1-3, 2-2 into the 1-1 Pit Fighter. Yep. I mean, the punish here is like a Seal of Champs on his chicken, but that's fine. We can use a 3-1 and a ping to kill it, so that's okay. You could have a portal here, still fine, you can still ping it. You could have a buff and a Divine Shields. That's kind of annoying, I guess, if he goes... But yeah, what would he have then? He'd have to have Hand of Protection and Kings or something. That's pretty awkward. Yeah, he goes for the value trade, which is fine.
So the good thing is he can't buff his own guy with the spells. So
Correct.
I'm thinking that Apprentice goes into the chicken.
Yep. It's a good start.
Since we can't ping, I think 5 goes ace.
True.
And the only other consideration is do we 4 and ping, or I think Archmage is just better in this situation.
I would also play Archmage. And you can kind of already get a bonus on if I'm okay with not playing Scarab first, we're probably not playing Scarab. And if we're not
Yeah,
playing Scarab on this round, then we're probably playing
Yeah.
Rock Mage. So yeah, it wasn't terrible, right? To play Scarab and then Senjin. Paladin things. All right.
Right. Okay. So I think that 5/6 goes into the 4/3, paying the shield off, and play a 4.
The
in this
4/3 or
situation.
3/4?
If you're playing Senjin, then 3/4, because Senjin contests the Spec Knight better.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Senjin, ping the shield, kill the 3/4. Leave him with the Spec Knight and the 2/2. It's the more awkward position for him. No, don't do it. Don't do it, random Paladin. Okay, he didn't do it.
Okay, that's fine. So, the Murloc Knight has to die this turn.
Yes.
I don't think we can allow it to survive.
So
So
let's start off by playing Scarab. See how we get there.
yeah.
Arcane Intellect seems good.
Yeah.
All right, now we have a decision to make. 5/3 always goes into the 3/4. Would you like to brew back the 1/1 ping is 1/1, or would you just play Aspirant ping the 1/1, leave ourselves with the 1/1 on the board?
Okay, so value-wise, I think we're currently ahead. We have AI in the hand, we have card advantage on him, so I'd be okay with Aspirant ping the 1/1.
I like it. I think this is fine. I think a vast majority of the players will brew the Scarab back here, and I think it is wrong. So yeah, Aspirant ping the 1/1, absolutely. As you mentioned, we have Arcane Intellect already good to go, so just having an additional 1/1 on the board is correct. Especially with Arcane Intellect in the hand, right? It's just, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I would say that we got rewarded for playing the spell power. This is for...
So we can actually ping the Golem and Arcane Explosion to clear the field.
Yeah, I'm
and
just
leech-
looking at
leech
our
into the
mana
floor.
usage, right? That's 4 mana, which means we're left with 5. So I think
5.
we lead with Arcane Intellect.
Okay. Do you not consider fireballing the 4-drop that drops out?
All right, let's
Okay.
ping the Golem and then play Arcane Explosion. I think that's a
Yeah.
reasonable concern of yours. Okay, let's fireball that.
Yeah.
And go face for 3.
Yeah, I'm not really even sure if that's correct, or this is just something that popped out into my head, and I'm just thinking, yeah, I have to deal with it.
So we actually
Jeez.
got quite lucky here, because the alternative was freezing the board, but he would have then dealt with the spell power and would have lost on the spot. So I'm not saying that freezing the board was a mistake, but it did have some weak spots.
Okay. Brew, Sanjin, Pink Sky. Sorry?
Yeah, I'm just considering whether we ever freeze that thing and slow it down. Yeah, Bruce and Jimping is guys fine. People are saying that, oh, you lose out on the 8 damage fireball value. You don't really, because if he kills your spell power, you don't have the spell power anyway. Right? So that is the... I feel that is the correct play there.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
Once upon a time.
Wow.
Reporting for duty.
I would have not done that. I would have put it on the other guy.
Yeah. I think that Nova Raider because 2 and 5 phase.
So we
still
play
have
Valdir
Reckoned
Raider and we play Nova, right?
Yeah.
I enjoy raiding.
And 5 goes face, yeah.
5 goes face, yeah. Let's do a little bit of math. So
So
our opponent's currently at 17. We will have 11 on the board next turn plus a ping, so 12. If we ping his face now, 13. That's not quite useful. So I think it's fine to ping the 1/1. Yeah. Because next turn we could still get an 8/8 and kill the 6/8. All right, let's go for a fireball here.
So AI first.
Yeah, AI for sure.
Frostbolt is 8 plus 5, 13, 14, 17 exact. Yeah.
Is it?
9 plus
Oh, we're
3
getting
is
8.
12.
Yeah,
plus
for
5 is
some
7.
reason I
Yeah.
thought we were getting 6. Yeah. I did that calculation completely wrong then. I missed 2 damage in my head. Because you remember me saying we're getting 6 plus 5, we're getting 8 plus 5 the next turn. For some reason I thought we weren't gonna buff the Raider. Like, that's just wrong.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, man. Feels good to push this kind of mage
Wow.
for very far.
Okay. I need a break for a minute.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it. Hey, Chad, I'm back. How you been? How you been holding up? I think there are tons and tons of forks in the road, and I think we really got to the right one. And it was so hard to not go for the greed play every single time, right? It was like not brewing back the Scarab, not going for the greedy freeze. All these things are really really nasty. It's so close to doing that, and I feel like that's really what you need in order to pilot this deck. It's like you have a very, very fine line, and you need to have just enough greed to finish off the game. Like, the deck doesn't have any leeway. It's rough without your constant attention. It's a good reminder, guys, that if you are new to the channel and you're enjoying yourself, don't forget to hit the follow button. It's very much appreciated. What you're witnessing right now is a coaching session. These don't happen super often. I'd say, well, I mean, I guess a couple of weeks. So it's not a daily thing, but 2, sometimes 3 a week, sometimes 1. Depends really about the demand. It's something where people purchase coaching, and then obviously I do want to give them a very, very good experience. Go very thorough into all plays. But usually there will be more chat interaction. But during coaching sessions, I try to keep that to a minimum, just to make sure I can give enough attention. Do you think the new meta is faster or slower than with Karazhan offering bonus? I haven't played enough runs, Executioner. I'll have to feel a little bit more. I think it might be slowing down slightly just because people won't feel like they have to rush every single time because Mage Portals is so nice. Could you just show us where to bet on Hearthstone tournaments? Well, you can use NutsBet, Chess Guy. Currently, they are still in the sponsor box on the lower right. The meta is more fun. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but they have already announced the new expansion. It goes so fast, guys. It goes so fast. For me, I mean, obviously I'm a streamer, and I really try to explore every class in a very detailed manner. So there's a lot of work for me every expansion. So for me, it almost always feels like I wish I'd had more time. Of course, now I guess we don't really have an expansion because they just removed the Karazhan offering bonus. Just no explanation given either.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back, man. Ready to go?
Yep.
All right, let's do this.
Let's go.
Hey, Enslin, thanks so much for the 9 months in a row. You got your baby, PuckChamp. Their baby is here. Hope everything's okay in with the real life baby, Enslin.
Jade versus Rexa. Let's begin.
1 and a 2 seems great.
Yeah, 1 and a 2 seems very good against the hunter.
Yep. So, Chow on 1.
Yep. Throwing out the Chow.
I'm happy trading that and playing the hero.
Yep, trade, play hero. It's only slightly worse in the case he does have Glaive Zuka, but even if you Frostbolt it, there's a 50% chance your Chow still goes to 2, so I'm all for developing the ping here.
Wow. Okay. Not exactly sure how to respond to that.
Well, I can do one part of the move, and then I guess I'm not. So what's the thing that always happens here? What's the constant factor?
Yeah, sorry, I don't hear you.
What is the one thing that always happens this turn? Regardless of how you proceed.
Not entirely sure. So, do I need to remove the Chow this turn?
Let's use a process of elimination.
Yeah.
The trades on the board. Would you rather free kill the 1/1 or trade versus the Chow?
Runs out on me.
I'd
Alright.
probably free kill.
Yeah, we'll free kill the 1/1 and then we'll just play Violet Illusionist. So the real decision in this turn was whether we were going to Frostbolt the Chow or develop the Illusionist. The reason I favor the Illusionist is that even if we keep the Fallen Hero alive, we can't particularly use our hero power and play the Illusionist next turn anyway. So there is no gain there.
Yeah.
So doing it the other way around seems better.
Frostbolt ping for face.
Yep, Frostbolt ping for face. A little bit unfortunate that we didn't land something to go with it, but still pretty happy we killed the beast. Would have been awkward if we got a buff and killed our guy.
Bring me steel.
Sure.
Wow. Okay. Yeti free kill.
Free killing the 1/3 every time. Yep. Whether we play Yeti or Raider is still a question. I think Yeti is fine, simply because the Mad Scientist will probably trade into the 4/2, and then if it fetches a Freezing Trap, the Raider is kind of a waste anyway, and it just becomes even more expensive. But yeah, Mad Scientist, very, very strong minion. Super good value, super good tempo. So if it fetches a secret, that is. Oh dear. Secret Hunter. Wait, did he just go face?
Did-
He may have just gone face. Ooh.
Wow.
It's a curious decision here.
Yeah.
One we can most definitely punish.
Sorry?
We can punish his decision to go face here. What would a good punish be?
The punish is Frost Nova, Blood Knight, go face.
Not quite as punishing as
Okay.
another line here. So let's do one thing for sure. Where does the 4-2 trade?
4-2. Does the 4-2 trade into the 1-2? I'm not sure.
Yeah, 4-2
probably
free
the-
kill. So I'll just go over 4-2 into the 1-2.
4-2 kills the 1-2?
Yeah, play the Sinjin on the right-hand side. Trade the Yeti into the 2-2, and then ping the 3-2. This will make it awkward for him to trade as well, unless he has Explosive Trap. In that case, he'll happily trade in. That means we'll still get a 4-2 Yeti. If he just smacks it in here, that doesn't mean it's that. Okay, so no explosive, because otherwise he wouldn't have bothered with this. Oh dear. That's still fine though. 2 secrets? No 2 secrets. Does play around the ping, so Raider not that nice.
So it could be snipe, so I would probably end up playing Scarlet Blood Knight.
So it could technically be Snipe, but then it would have to be a very old deck, because Snipe was removed a while ago.
Sorry.
But
Yeah.
once it could technically be Snipe.
Yeah.
It's not very likely to be Snipe. It's extremely unlikely, but it could technically be Snipe.
Yeah, of course. Always forget about that. So if it's not snipe, then Raider Pink his face is punished by Deadly Shot extremely. Crusader Blood Knight is punished by exactly the same thing.
Well, we can play around it a little bit. Let's play the Crusader, and then let's play the Blood Knight, and then let's see. Let's put a Rusty Horn on the Blood Knight, and that plays around Deadly Shot. That means the one.
So Rusty Horn the Blood Knight.
Yeah, he can't now kill the 3-1. And then we have a 3-1 to check for Freezing Trap next turn. Whereas normally Raider would be fine. It's both Deadly Shot, like you mentioned, and Freezing Trap. That would be a problem. Alright.
Wow. Oh my god. 11 wins with this deck.
yeah. We've had some really tough games, and we're kind of getting rewarded here with an easier game here and there. So
yeah,
we made it. All right, so we will we'll play some Diggy Diggy Hole. I'll turn it down a little bit so you don't hear it too loud. Yeah. Alrighty, well, let's see if we can get 12 wins with this, fairly mediocre mage deck. That'd be great. Let's do it. Good to go, man.
Okay.
Honestly, I think he has a fairly decent shot if he just trades into the... But yeah, he went face there and was kind of out of the blue, right? Just completely out of the blue. Why would they remove Dart or Snipe? They aren't particularly strong. It's exactly why they were removed, because they weren't particularly strong.
Okay, so throw it all.
Throw it all. Playing against a Paladin for the last one. Ooh, no. That's no bueno. That helps a little bit, but still a rather rough start. And he does go for the ping here as well.
Wow. Ping the frog.
I think here I would employ a little bit of mind gaming just to not give him a read that we don't, you know. So I would actually go to the panda. I would really consider, you know, playing the panda. Just be like, maybe not. So we want to give him a read like, oh, maybe he's got like Fallen Hero and doesn't want to play it. Or maybe he's got Twilight Flamecaller. We just want to get in his head and make him play around things that we don't have. So yeah, let's just ping the frog. It's for the last game. Normally I wouldn't bother with this, but we had a really bad opener, so I want to pull out all the stops. For all I know, he's browsing Facebook while we're doing this, but you know, at 11, yeah, it's, you know, like, it's fine. He's, you know, playing a little bit around it, I guess. I guess he's debating a secret, or he just forgot that he doesn't have 3 mana. This worked out fairly well.
So Scarlet.
Scarlet, let's do it. Alright, if the Scarlet can dodge the spit, could be cool. Shush. Alright, that's pretty bad with kings and stuff.
So we trade probably.
Do we do it first, or do we play a minion to reduce the chance that the Scarlet gets hit?
Okay, so in that case, we'll probably play Makieti and hit it in second because it reduces the chance now. It's 1/3 instead of 50%.
I would play the Senjin actually, because if the Scarlet survives, it does deny him a good trade there.
Oh, yeah.
Blood Knight would have been a very nice draw here. Yeah. And then we kill his 4/3 and hope it doesn't sign the 3/1. Just hope it goes face, that'd be nice. Okay, well, no face, so this makes True Silver decent for him. But at the same time, killing a 3/1 would have been better for him, I feel. Because if it kills the 3/1, he can still True Silver and clear. It's no problem. Another Holy Strength? Abusive, okay.
Okay.
Well, 1 Flame Color and we're kind of in it. Arcane Explosion, not as good, but will do. That is not quite what we need.
Yes.
What do you think?
Against
here?
this board, so I'm pretty certain it's not the Broom Master on this board, because 4 health is just way too good for him.
Agreed.
In this situation. So I'm debating whether to just give him the Esperon because it still trades with most of his board, and it's probably the least valuable minion we have in our hand
we
right
just
now.
throw out the Pit Fighter here. I think that you just have to hope that he doesn't have Alder Ildaman. It's one of those, like, it's strangely simple from me this going on. I feel like either we get lucky and we draw the Arcane Explosion or the Flame Caller, or not much is gonna happen. So I feel like you just make your best development this turn. You still have the Nova to stall for a turn to perhaps land a big thing. A fun interaction we could also have is if he actually loads up on his board, you can Nova and he kind of has to skip his turn because he can't sacrifice anything. So that's a play we can also look out for. If he goes up to 7 minions, you Nova. And this is more constructed experience where freeze mages will do this. You'll you'll fill your board up and then they'll Nova you. So against freeze mage, you'll learn to leave open a spot for your next development.
Even just playing this Shaman, just skipping a hero power so as to be able to play minion next turn, it's normal experience and constructed.
Yeah, exactly. It's passing, it's not putting anything in.
No.
Ildaman does have the Ildaman. I think he may have missed the damage here. Oh, 2 damage. Nice.
2 damage. Excellent.
Alright, what would you like to do here?
Machiety and Ping.
Would you rather ping the recruit or the abusive sergeant?
The recruit, there's more synergy there.
Normally I would agree, but because we are going to play something that could give him a time rewinder, I would ping the
time
abusive.
rewind, yeah.
Normally I would be on your side here with the recruit synergy, but because we're specifically playing a spare part generator, it seems like a good idea removing that.
Well,
oops. Alright. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, okay. This is good though. He has to play around Flame Strike, so he can't just take the free kill. Yes, I mean, obviously he thinks that we have Portal and Flame Strike, because he thinks we're a real mage. Haha, joke's on you, we're not a real mage. One of them fake mages.
so I would probably put a Master and Frost, no, a 4 drop and Frost now with this turn. I really don't think we can allow him to hit us for however much this is next turn.
Well, you could also fireball the 5/6. I'm not saying you have to, but you don't have to let him hit you for 5.
Okay, but what's our win condition if we fireball the 5/6? I really don't see a way. We don't have a board against Paladin, and we're using...
Well, you'd have Illusionist on the board.
Yeah, so Illusionist.
Which would
Illusionist
kill
is
by the little
okay,
guys,
yeah.
which means he'd keep 4. I think I would like to fireball the 5/6 and just play the Illusionist. I think holding the Frost Nova is probably slightly better. I kind of want to draw Arcane Explosion at this point and set it up with Aspirant's Ping and Nova. I feel if you Nova here, you might just fall behind a lot. We dead?
Oh, well.
It's 1 off right now. Why'd I say 1 off? Good math.
3 off.
Correct math.
Frost Nova, Fan Creeper. No, if we play Fan Creeper, then we have... Yeah, just a second, let's start it over. So Frost Nova happens this turn, you'll die otherwise.
Well, you wouldn't always be dead, because your 4/3 could kill the 2/3, you could ping the 1/1, and then Fan Creeper could block out his guy. But I do agree that Frost Nova is a better alternative, so Frost Nova away, definitely.
Frost Nova first. Then... Okay.
Pretty sure you're killing Amani with your 4/3?
Yeah, sorry. Amani. Killing the Amani.
I
Now,
think here you
thing
have
is-
to play Medivh's Valet and ping the 1/1, and then next turn try to get your Fen Creeper to stay alive.
Okay.
It's not a very fun play to do because you're dead to choose silver, but this allows you to trade into the Wrath card and ping it off and then play your taunt.
Okay.
Might be enough. The music's getting kind of annoying. You haven't been here for long enough. I think it's annoying. It's epic. Come on.
So, now it's...
Yeah, so we'll start off by
into the
executing the
Wrath
plan we had in mind, right? We ping the Wrath card and kill it with our dudes. Which is good. That's 7 phase. Then we have to play Fen Creeper as well, otherwise we're dead. Now would you like to develop Chow or not?
He is one off from killing the Fen Creeper. The Chow. I would develop the Chow, I think. I'm not sure about that though.
Yeah, I would definitely develop the Chow. We're nowhere near the attacker right now. We're heavily defending, so his health is not too relevant.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No! We're going in.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, 5. We actually have lethal with Fireball with Aspirant. Aspirant, ping, Fireball is lethal, correct?
Yeah.
Please, go. Fireball. Oh,
No.
not bad, though.
Do we stay
Not
alive
bad.
with that?
Let's see, so that would allow us to kill, let's see, Aspirant, Ping, Arcane Explosion. That would allow us to kill everything but the, it's not the 8/8. Do we want to kill Jeeves or do we want to draw? Good question. So we'll play Aspirant. We'll ping off the 3/1 and we play Arcane Explosion. We'll start with those things.
Ping the shield?
Yes, ping the shield and then Arcane Explosion.
Okay.
So we could get one card out of here. The 3/6 goes face no matter what. So he's at 10. If we go face here, he's at 8. This is 5, 6. That's not enough. I guess I would kill the Jeeves then. Yep. Alright. Mainly to play around shit like this, right? Another buff. That'd be awkward. Could get 2 cards, go in with the Chow, brew it back, play it again. That's true, you could get 2 cards. We would have been dead though, but that's true. I didn't consider picking the Chow back up. For 2 cards it might have been worth. Turns out we would have been dead, but that doesn't mean that was the right play. Oh my god.
Scarab first.
Yep. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
We can keep picking it back up.
No.
Alright, Suits Pure.
So, Suits Pure.
Yeah. Time Reminder to Scarab. Play it again. Come on, baby. Come on. Frost Nova. Torch. Let's do this.
No.
Never lucky. Alright, let's pick the duplicate. I'm not sure if we can fake him out. What does he have here? Is there anything that we can do to make it uncomfortable for him?
Is there anything we can do to not be dead? That's what
No,
I think.
no, we're always dead. Because you can only remove the 5/3. Alright, I guess you just play duplicate, ping the 1/1, free kill, the 3/2, go 2 face or something. I don't know, dude. I mean, we're dead. Even though 11 wins with this deck. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's just... I'll be honest, I'll have finished 3-3 with this deck. I'm almost certain.
Whew. Alright, you can concede. You can give him the
Yeah.
He deserved it. Not a mage. He's winning the game. He'll take it. Desperately trying to reboot the Scarab. Yeah. Come on, Scarab! Find me lethal! Let's do it, Scarab!
It's kind of symbolic that I get the golden Archmage after this run.
Alright, can you share the screen again, please?
Yeah, in a second.